Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of the Two Sides of a Coin podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Frank. Today, I'm Frank from the Six.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I'm here with the usual, the squad, the gang, my bros, and your other hosts. To the right, Triple D, helicopter man himself, Deleon Pipison.
Beepy motherfucker.
I'm so
Where's the sound
disappointed.
effects, Brian?
That was
Damn,
Frank
that
helicoptering. That's Frank helicoptering in from the Six, apparently.
No. That's mine. Mine's is the quick chopper. Yours is the long one. Mine goes... Because I got... It's just you know how helicopters got the little
The directional one in the back. Yeah,
mine's is both sides.
that one put in a lot of work to fly.
Last but not least, the superstar of the show, the man whose birthday is actually today as we record. You guys all love him. Some of you may even hate him for leaving you back in the past after giving you the old hammer of dawn.
No.
We all know him. We all love him. He's the nastiest man alive, grossest man alive, filthiest man alive. Kama Sutra Don himself. B-Rye Raw Dog McGraw from the east, west, south, and north.
24 years old.
Another 36 ball in the crew.
24 years old.
You and Lenny, 36. That's crazy.
Looking good at 24, too.
Huh?
Looking good at 24, too.
That's cap.
24?
Looking good at 24, too. I'm
Damn,
pulling
you know
off,
what's crazy?
baby.
You're so old, you're at the age you're lying about your age.
Fuck.
That boy cap.
Yeah, big cat.
Nah, man. I was born in 89. Do the math. Fuck you. 34.
That's real. That's the best way to do
That
it.
is
That's
real. Anyways, of course, we always like to start the show with saying thank you to everybody who listens, chimes in, watches. We appreciate it, of course, with all the engagement, the people who do. And even if you do and just support by listening, highly appreciate that as well. Of course, you can find us where, Dels?
That's your girl's crib.
Woo! Which is my house. So wait for me.
Woo! At Two Sides Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also, if you're listening now, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I think that's pretty much it. Happy birthday, Brian.
Thank you, brother.
Happy birthday, B-Rye
You old as
Raw
hell.
Dog McGraw, man.
Shit.
Somebody texted me today and said that the story that I posted for Brian was very sentimental from me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I said, I'm really grateful for you, Brian.
Somebody told you that?
Yeah, I said, I'm really grateful for you, Brian, you old sack of shit.
That wasn't sentimental at all. I felt like that was quite rude, actually.
Well, if anybody knows anything about me, all my hate is actually love. So if I don't really like you that much, and I tell you fuck you every now and again, probably like you a little bit.
Yeah.
That's so true. And of course, Brian, being that you are 37 now, go ahead, brother. What does it feel like to be where you're at now?
Well, firstly, I feel like my age has been going up since I've been speaking to you guys since this morning. I started off the day at 30. No, actually, it went up and down. 38, 39, 40, 37. Any age but the actual age that I am is the one that you guys been giving me. But I appreciate it.
It's always more funnier when it's a lie.
No, man, it's I mean, it's bittersweet. I mean, I'm 34, turning 35 next year, right? I mean, it's I don't know how to sound not so depressing. It's awesome. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna look at the good things and I'm gonna tell you guys all the good.
There
things
we go.
about it.
Half glass full. Glass half full. Sorry.
I got you.
I made it to 34. Very lucky. I have plenty of friends that I've known in the past that, haven't, made it to this point of their life, or if they have, they fucked up and shit, and I, for the most part, am overall happy person. I love my kids and my family and everything like that. Everyone already knows that shit, I guess. But I mean, how it feels, I mean, it feels the fucking same, dude. We're always in this existential everything bad is happening fucking generation, but I try to survive, try to keep a smile on my face, bro.
That's so funny you say that, because I was talking to someone and someone was like, nobody prepares you to, when you're an adult, to understand that being an adult is just solving a problem after another problem.
Yeah,
And I'm
bro,
like, dog,
one doesn't
that
exactly
is so
close.
fucking true. My life is just nothing but problem solving every other day.
And then one doesn't close when the other one is already opening.
Yeah.
So,
and then when you think you have something, you're like, all right, I got a little downtime. Either the most minuscule shit, like I got to do the oil change this week. Fuck, I ain't got the $80 for that. Ay, Dios mío. Like,
my early 20s
random shit that comes up. You're like, oh, fuck.
My early 20s taught me that, bro. Because as soon as you, like, at one point in your life, you thought that you just had to do blank, and you made it.
Yeah.
And what you realize as you get older is it's never done. It's never over. Like, you can't just, like, turn it off.
Yeah.
Even if you retire at, like, 35, let's say, some miraculous way, you still have things you have to do constantly. It just doesn't stop. So that's just the way that it is. And you know, Brian, I'm really grateful for you to be alive, man, because I remember there was one time, allegedly, on this road on Goldenrod, that somebody pulled out a
blunderbuss.
No, it was a World War I weapon from across the street.
A bayonet.
Yeah, and he hit the blammers on us, and we thought Brian got hit, man.
Yeah, I thought
wasn't it a rock?
Nigga.
Yeah, he got hit by a pebble.
Rock hit you?
Yeah,
I think it was a ricochet. Like something hit the floor. It hit the floor and then a rock hit me.
Yeah,
but it felt like I got, nigga.
You know,
he just didn't know what it would hurt.
You know,
like, it didn't hurt him, but he's like, I got hit by something.
I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm hit, niggas.
You know what's crazy?
Damn, I'm strong.
It's wild. Nelson brings up that particular moment, because today the reason you guys got into that person added me on Instagram.
How many pounds of meth does she look like she ran through?
She looks like she was like,
I saw it.
After school, like she just like, you know how like Ra's al Ghul had the Lazarus pit?
Yeah.
Her pit was just full of coke and meth.
Yeah.
And she just dipped in it every day she had a chance. Yeah. Hey, I got pregnant, let me dip in coke and meth. Like, she
honestly
looks like a prune that's been in just a pool of drugs.
And I honestly be feeling bad for when I see stuff like that. Actually, let me take that back. I don't feel bad. Like, it's unfortunate that there's so many people that I've seen in my past that like now look like, the best way I can explain it is like they used to be a grape, but now they're a raisin that was just baking in the sun.
Yep.
And like that's where their future is. Like this, that's just their life.
Yeah.
When I see that, like something that was to something that is the former version of itself, I'm like, ugh.
And y'all know me. For me, when I seen it, I was like, it was like redemption. Because a bitch tried to play me in high school. And I was like, look, bitch. What the hell was that, bro?
Let me, I need to take a break.
You got to take a call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. We had to take a quick intermission. I was saying that, it's a great sense of redemption when like an old thing that you was like kind of feeling in back in the day in high school, and now you like see them again and they all fucked up. Like 1, 2 kids, single, no offense, Delson. Cause you out here. Like these bitches not out here, you know what I'm saying? Like you doing good for yourself as a single dad. These bitches down bad, wick. You know what I'm saying? Like
wick.
Sleeping with dudes to pay the rent. Like I'm talking about that type of down bad.
Sleeping with dudes to find a couch to stay on.
Right, like shit like that. Like yo, you know, shaming the BD because the BD doing good with his new thing while you fucked up. You know, those are the type of women.
Hobosexual?
What?
A hobosexual.
Oh, sure, yeah.
A hobosexual is somebody that have sex with somebody because they need somewhere to stay.
I never even knew that. This is why we got you on the show, because you are the common future Don and you know these things. So
that's a meme that I saw.
I definitely agree. I think a lot of the old women I thought was on fire is doing not on fire, and I do wish them the best, and I pray that they find a man one day, as quoted by Tizo Touchdown in the Drake album.
I don't pray that they find a man one day.
You pray they suffer forever?
No, just, you know, you get what you earn.
I agree, bro. I dead ass agree. But yes, she added me today, and I just sat there. I was like, that looks disgusting. And whoever puts their penis in that, good fucking luck.
Getting it back.
Yeah, in fact.
In the same shape that you put it in.
Give it back to me. Give it back to me now.
We'll put it in garbage disposal.
So, Brian, at the age of 37 now, do you believe you feel like you know yourself at like the best you've ever known yourself in your life?
No.
No?
I mean, yeah, yes, in a way. I can say that I could point out my flaws and I could point out what I do well also. Without feeling like I am bragging and shit like that. That's something that's a big deal for me. But yeah, do I feel like I know myself? I mean, I have not gone to any therapy or anything like that. So I haven't had anyone not judge me, but
give me an objective
opinion
about yourself.
Point of view, because everyone that I know that I get advice from is somebody that is a loved one of mine. So I don't know what that would be, but I do know what I do wrong in a way. I do know that I have anger problems and certain emotional problems, but at the same time, I do know that I can make you laugh from nothing. And I do know myself in a way that,
you probably didn't know 10 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you agree, Brian?
I could look at myself from fucking 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and be like, Jesus Christ, what a fucking idiot.
So you think these 3 years is the most that you grew?
No, I'm just saying.
He's saying that his growth is so it's so much that even in the last 3 years he's changed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should all be saying that, honestly. But would you agree, Brian, that in order for you to receive feedback, you have to be not so imposing as a human being?
I would
like you're not exactly the
is,
easiest person to give feedback to, because you also can squash most people on earth like a bug.
No, and the thing is though I try to make myself open to people to give me feedback, but it's harder for me to take feedback from somebody that is closer to me than not, because like, let's say at work they give me feedback, it's for something that is for work. I do not take it personal, because it's just some work shit. You're just telling me to do this different than that, right? You tell me how to run my life, then I'm gonna be defensive, regardless of you trying to do it for my best interest. And you see, I do know this, that I do bad on that, because after I do it, I'll turn around like immediately. 3 minutes, it could be a minute later. And I'm already like 30 seconds later, I'm already like, fuck, this nigga got a point. I'm fucking up.
Are you saying that part right there is like what you do more now compared to what you did back then? Like, in a sense, like now you notice that you act like that.
Yeah.
So you catch yourself. Like, let's say 4 years ago, like you said.
I mean, I think I was like that most of my life when it came to that, but
basically,
now,
to summarize for people that have less context, you tend to shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah, for sure. I tend to take what you say at face value versus really breaking down what this person's trying to say, so I could take it and take it in a good way. I tend to think that you're trying to attack me, judge me
instead of constructive criticism.
And then I'd be like, nah, bitch, what the fuck? Nah, you whatever the fuck. And then at the same time, that is to my detriment, because I get into arguments with people that that I love.
That could be derived from insecurity, bro. In a sense that, like, you're always on a defense because you think somebody's trying to come at you. But it's not that. Like, the other perfect example, what Delson said in the chat, like saying I sounded like Drake, the 757 thing.
Yeah.
And when I read back to it, like, that's not what I meant. But I completely, when I reread
something though,
yeah, exactly.
It's different than how you're writing it.
And I'm starting to realize that when I respond to things in the group chat, you guys are reading it wrong.
You gotta put LOL,
because
nigga.
Brian reads it like me, and like he reads it like I mean it, but some of y'all don't read it like I mean it, and Brian's like with me, and then I realize everybody else is not, and I'm like, oh, so this.
When you guys aren't,
you niggas thought I was dead ass.
It's hard to exactly my point, but that right there, like I wasn't. What I was trying to say was something different. And
right.
I could see how it was taken that way.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand. Like,
can you give context to the listeners so they know what we're talking about?
No, I was just telling somebody that they're
steak basic, nigga.
Yeah, I told somebody a steak dinner.
He didn't mean it like that, but
I know how he meant
okay.
it, but I wanted to fuck with him.
I was trying to say a steak dinner for someone's birthday is a basic idea because that option to us is so
common.
Like we could go anywhere.
I think that's the word. I think you probably mean common, but you're saying basic.
Yeah.
I think that's what he really means.
Yeah, right. Yeah. For me, it's like I don't want to do that for my
that's
friends.
probably what it is.
I want to do something cooler
right
for my birthday or my friend's birthday because it's a special occasion.
Right.
So, like right now, us three, we can gut up and go to fucking Ruth Chris if we wanted. Get a steak right now.
Yeah.
Like we could do it right now.
Yeah.
Where we going Friday? I had to plan 3 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
I have to be cool with these people. Like it's a different type of thing for what we want because it's not available to us.
I know what you mean.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
So when
100%.
I was saying that, I was trying to say like steak is not the end all be all for me.
Nah, you was like this.
The top of the top steak. So for me, it's like for you to get me to go get steak, you got to be like, yo, we gonna go for Delson Bryan's birthday to go get steak. And
that sounds crazy.
For you to be like, yo, Frank, you got to pay $150 for a steak, dog. That's saying a lot, man.
Yeah.
I paid $80 for Wagyu.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was banging. So you got to tell me I'm gonna pay $150 for a steak. That's a hard sell. But if you tell me we're gonna pay $120 for this style of sushi that I can't get nowhere else in Orlando, it's a different.
In the U.S.
Now we're talking a different conversation here. So I didn't mean like, Jorge, you don't fucking eat good, or you fucking.
You eat steak, you
bitch. like being like eating steak is like a poor thing because it's not. Fuck no. Anywhere, bro, I could get a tomahawk at the H, and that shit is amazing.
You know what's funny is like I was snickering at my phone. I was like,
man, I didn't like but when I reread it, and then when you called it out, and I did read it in that context, I was like, ugh.
So, bro,
it just gave me such an icky feeling. Right? It sounded nasty.
So I didn't like everybody gets everything real quick. I'll do a back end summary real quick. So basically, one of our friends said, hey, it's steak dinner is what is the bee's knees, basically.
Right.
He's like, that's the one, steak dinner.
No, he said I wished my friends liked steak.
Okay. That's cool.
We do.
So he said, and Frank's like, it's basic. But
yes.
what Frank's saying, it's common. You can get that anywhere, which is true. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
And then what Frank also, like, I responded with something, I don't know, I was just fucking around. And then Frank responded like, yo, I had Wagyu in Japan.
No, I thought you
he did as no Vincent that shit.
You responded after that, D, with the 757 thing.
No. I know I'm not there yet.
You guys were responding to each other like at the same time. Dawson wrote, yo, you sound like Drake, and then like at the same instant, I think you were texting at the same time.
No, he said that
you wrote
first.
like, nigga, I was in Japan eating Wagyu, son of a dick.
Yo,
I didn't see that.
If anybody didn't understand what you meant, I knew what you meant, but it still sounded, I'm like, damn, Frank, you sounded like Drake.
And
so Frank saying that he went to Japan and had Wagyu in Japan, he was talking like he was living on
there yesterday. Did that
shit? He lives on the moon and we live on Earth.
I didn't like.
So when he said that, it was right after the Joe Budden and Drake thing was going on. So I wrote to Frank and I was like, yo, that
sounds like you're a real 7 Drake energy. I'm like, how?
I was like, yo, you flying in the 767 while we flying first class on special occasions.
I was like, damn, you right, bro. That's no, but that was a great example. And when I read it, I'm like, fuck, I do feel like that.
So long story less long. I've been trolling a lot lately in the group chat. I don't respond a lot, but when I do, I try to be annoying. That's the moral of the story. And steak is not basic. It is. D. Oh, that's the best part. I just put periods at the end. I put punctuations. I put a comma and a semicolon before I put a LOL, just to be annoyed.
I just hated that I sounded like that. Only because it's just I try to steer away from that shit, like because I knew how I was as a kid.
Yeah.
And when I know, back to the whole 34, I was only asking you that question because, like, I feel like at 32, I have a kind of a grip of who I am. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know if you felt like that now at your age, like you could tell, like if you was to speak to 24-year-old Brian, you would tell him, yo, this is stupid. You're doing this dumb shit, that, right?
Right.
Like you don't have that same mentality. And that's how I kind of feel. Exactly what Delson's saying. Like the fucking condescending comments, like I feel like I would have said that 10 years ago.
And been
that would have been me 10 years. And yes, and be serious. Like, but that's not me anymore. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't even Talk about my life experiences like that.
All you really said, bro, is that steak don't get you excited like that.
I should have just
That's
said.
all you said.
Honestly,
That's how I read it.
I
was
was
like,
no,
just
but you're
no-
right. I should have just said, Jorge. I mean, I should have just kept it at Jorge. We haven't had sushi since July.
And that's it.
And that's it. Like, it's been 3 months. I should have just kept it at that.
Basic, nigga.
Yeah.
That's for stupid niggas.
But Jorge has a strong point.
That's how Jorge took it. I felt bad. I was like, "Damn, I didn't feel bad.
I feel bad for Jorge.
that nigga.
The reason why I feel bad for Jorge is because legit, like, I know he would try it if he wouldn't die by eating it.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
Like, he'd be with it. He'll be down, but it's like he
yeah.
has to get the best of what he can get as of right now based on his diet. Because to me, it's like a good steak with like a fire mac.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
It's like
So mashed
Or a fire,
That's
or a
America.
fire mash.
Yeah.
Oh,
mashed
either
potatoes,
one.
Loaded
And
mashed
some like
potatoes.
good like greens, whatever that is. Maybe a little okra. I don't know, a little asparagus.
The asparagus,
That like trio combo is undefeated. bro.
that's America right there.
Yeah, that's America right
That's
there.
America.
Surf and turf, nigga. Get the scrumps.
That's what I told Frank then. I also
Surf
told
and
Frank that if he made fun of burgers in that group chat, I was gonna pull up to
No,
Haines
man.
City
No,
and tell
no,
him what's
no,
good.
You was gonna drive to Haines City from here.
Just to argue with him.
Nah, I love burgers, bro. Burgers for me are my
I know, bro. I know.
burgers. You know what's crazy? Like I haven't had a good burger since I left Orlando. Like I have not eaten anything. I mean, Culver's is okay for fast food, but
That's the best
a
fast
good
food
burger. We got the best like burgers right here, fam. Five Guys, fucking Steak and Shake. You got the fucking what's the one? The whiskey. Like
The whiskey's the one, dog.
the
Oh,
whiskey's
that
the
shit
one.
is
But I'm
good.
saying like you have your levels of burger you could go get here, and they all good.
I'm not gonna
If
front
you
on
want
the
McDonald's,
burger.
sure. But if you want Five Guys, right there, Steak and not Steak and Shake,
yeah.
fucking what's this place?
Burger Fi, Culver's.
The other one that's on in Florida Mall that Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
I heard you say Steak and Shake, but I
yeah,
thought
my
you were
bad.
talking
I
about
didn't
the
mean
realm.
Steak and Shake. My bad. I meant
Okay.
Shake Shack. Fuck
Steak
Steak
and
and Shake.
Shake. I mean,
Steak and Shake used to be aight when we was kids.
Because it was late and we were broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Our stomachs were stronger.
Yes.
Late and
Nigga,
broke.
I take a bite out of a Steak and Shake, nigga. My butt is going.
I got a whole week of problems.
What is that?
You got
I said I have a whole week of problems.
Okay. Anyways, all right, bro. So I just wanted to ask you something about 34, brother.
Yeah, man. It's a ride, man. You learn a lot. And fucking for me, bro, I just my main stress is trying to just figure out if I'm doing it right, you know. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people think about that. My main
doing it
anxiety
right, bro.
is, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
You also got to
And-
consider,
and
Brian.
I'm the older brother. I have a elder mom. It's just a lot of things in my brain, bro, that I have to think about as a person. And you know, I'm not talking about anyone else but by myself, but I'm just saying, like, it's a thing, bro. It's definitely, you have to have some mental fortitude to be 34 to make it this far, nigga. There's niggas that kill themselves at fucking 10, and I'm talking shit, but at the same time, people really do that shit.
No, it's true.
Yo, bro. So one of my favorite things that Dad taught us growing up, it's something very small, but like I adapt that mentality to a lot of things when I'm going through not an existential crisis, but like a moment where I'm like not sure what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
Like I'm not sure what I'm doing. Like I don't know where my direction is. One of Dad's things was you never go back. So let's say you left. The only thing you have to go back for is like your keys. But if you left your wallet at home, you go forward. Like life is linear. And he used to always say like, yo, don't ever go back. He used to say it from a superstitious reason. But to me, I took it a different way. It's like you just never go backwards. You just don't go backwards. Just go forward. Because if you're going at least one step forward and it took you 6 weeks to take that one step, that's better than taking 4 steps back to go forward 1 or 2 steps. You know understand what I'm saying? So like, even if you feel like you might not be doing the right thing, your biggest goal is to continue to go forward, because at the worst, you learn from what you're doing. Like at the worst, you're like, I took a dive straight that direction and I fell flat on my face. At the very worst, you know to never take that step again, but you're going forward. And it's weird because I don't think that was Dad's intention in saying that, but at the same time, that's what I took from it. And it made me understand, like, because like this new venture with work, I'm driving 100 miles a day for work, 100 miles a day. And sometimes I'm in that car and I'm stuck in traffic for 45 minutes longer than normal. And I'm like, did I make the right choice with this shit? And I just got to keep going forward. and I learn new things. I get honestly, I get feedback from different directions. From like I've been learning a lot. I've been getting feedback from people in higher positions, so I can understand what I'm doing a little bit better. And little by little, I'll start to either understand like was the right move, or at least I'm learning for whatever the next thing is going to be.
Yeah.
So my advice to you is to don't question yourself as much as you.
I already do, but
No, I'm saying don't question yourself as much as you try to understand what the purpose of what you're doing is. Because at the worst, let's say right now, whatever you're doing, you're like, hey, maybe I'm not making ends meet, or I'm not getting stimulated mentally by this. This is like I'm falling flat on my face, like I'm bored. At least you got to think about what are you taking from what you're doing, whatever it is. Because if you feel like you're not mentally stimulated and you need no more out of life, then you know you got to do something else. That's what was happening in my previous position, bro. I was burnt out because I was doing the same thing all the time. And I was trying to take in more work to try to make it more entertaining for myself. And it just wasn't working. Mm-hmm. And then I was just like overloaded with shit. And it was doing nothing for me other than paying my bills. Mm-hmm. But that's not everything for me anymore. I get bored, bro. You know, since I was a kid, I used to call out of school all the time because I was just bored. Had good grades, but bored. I would be missing school all the time. That's just my thing. I need to be stimulated by something. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is for you, you know? So don't question what you're doing. Just try to understand what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Would be my advice.
And also don't ever feel like, and this is one thing about me lately as well, like, especially this most recent trip I took. Like, for me, it's like, it's what you just said of like, you're the oldest brother, I am too. And you have an elderly mother, I do too. Mm-hmm. Not my mom, but she's my grandmother. Mm-hmm. So I get what you're saying, where your brain goes. It's always on go. Mm-hmm. Like, you're always thinking of the next thing.
Yeah, like, bro. I can't... And I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's like I can't sometimes I can't be in the moment because I'm thinking about the fucking next thing, bro, that I have to do. And then it fucks up whatever I'm doing at the moment. Like, I could be fucking driving, right? and I just fucking miss a turn because I'm so deep in thought.
Yeah. That's happened to me.
Happened to me yesterday.
No, I'm just so deep in thought that I just fucking just like, fuck me, man. Yeah. I got to do a U-turn. Yeah. You know, and it's just, it makes me comfortable that I'm so happy that you guys are doing the same thing. I'm happy that I'm not going crazy, but it's just one of those things. I'm trying not to be depressing on my birthday, but I'm just saying, like, it's
intrusive thoughts. Like,
it's not intrusive thoughts. It's just, you know, it's just thoughts that I have that I would love to share with you guys, and that's what I'm doing right now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, bro. I just got promoted. I didn't even celebrate that.
Yeah, I know, man.
I just went to work.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So I understand what you mean. Like, I'm not good at celebrating that stuff either. So we probably both have to get better at that. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I would say you guys definitely do. Yeah, I would think, you know, one of the most important things, especially as men at this age, is taking your wins and, you know, really putting them on, or putting them in a spotlight for the moment, how long that moment is. But at the end of the day, we don't get many moments of winning in this life, and when we do, I think we should bask in that. You know, whether it be your promotion or like this morning, your birthday, bro. Like, it's your birthday, bro. At the end of the day, you lived another year, like you said. You didn't die. Like, right. You have 2 beautiful, healthy children. Who just finished giving you a call. Like, these are things that are purposeful in life. These are things that should get you up every morning.
They do, man.
You know, and that should be that. Like, you know, you're in a better position, bro, than a lot of people. When you tell yourself you're not. Mm-hmm. Like, you really got to sit back and put things into perspective. Like, like I said, this most recent trip helped me a lot in that way. Like, for me, I'm always on go. I'm always thinking, what's the next thing? How I'm going to make them next play? What, this, that, and the third. And while I was on vacation, I was thinking the same thing. Like, oh, shit, I got to pay this when I get home. I got to do this. And, you know, I sat back and I was like, damn, man, I'm walking through the city of Toronto and I'm just looking at these people who are happy. These are like immensely happy people with what they have. And I just got a feeling like, dog, I'm on vacation in the middle of Canada off leisure. Like, not a lot of people are able to say this. Why am I worried about how my house is going to look when I get home? How, like, I should be thankful that I'm even in this position to walk through a random street in Toronto. And that's where I kind of want to lead to, in a sense of like more my thoughts more so bringing the positivity of the moment that I'm in.
Yeah,
like right now at this moment, here, right now, I'm in a room with some of my closest, dearest friends talking about our lives and our feelings, right? And our just our experiences, right? Like that to me is a moment that I want to be endeared in and live in, because I do this once a week with you guys. This is probably the only time that I do this, even though I do see therapy now. But now I do this where it's just us friends getting together, speaking, whether it's for the purpose of the cast or not. It's a moment that we have every week, and it's a special moment for me. And I always want to be entrenched that. You see what I'm saying? Like, so every moment from here on out, like Friday, we're going to go out for your birthday to celebrate. Granted, it's not your birth date, but it's still going to be a moment purposeful for us. It's a celebration, and I want to be in that for those whatever hours we're together. That should be celebrated and put into the spotlight to what it is for that. And we should enjoy that and remember that forever. And that's how I felt like, that's how I feel like I just want to continuously do, bro. Like every moment we have together, just deem it for what it is, go to for what it is, and appreciate it for what it is. I love my life. I don't have a bad life. And I don't think anybody in this room has a bad life either, if you really put shit into perspective, dog. When I walk by people who are homeless, when I see people online making it, barely making it, bro, barely. Barely, with kids, shit like that. Like, oh, y'all got kids and y'all do it well. We just came from a Fifth concert a couple weeks ago for leisure. We went last year to Miami for a 3-day trip, for leisure.
I understand.
Like, there's a lot of things that you could see as bad, but then there's a lot of things you could take away from your life that's really fucking good, bro.
Yeah,
and
I see what
and really puts perspective. Like, damn, my shit ain't that bad. I might not be fucking Diddy. I might not be touching M's, or may not ever touch an M. But money, like, what does to me, money ain't even. Y'all know me. I used to be money hungry as a kid growing up. Like, and I'm not trying to say I don't fuck with money. Of course, I still love money. But
this
to me, money more is a tool for me to make these memories and these moments with my people. Like, it's just a tool for me to trade in for a memory with my homies and my friends and my loved ones, or a moment or a trip, whatever. It's just a trade thing I gotta make in order to fucking survive or have any fun. So whatever way we can do that, I think we should appreciate it. Whether we all go out, whether we have a trip and we never have a trip again, bro. If we have one trip and never have a trip again, that trip should be remembered for life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of want to be, because I'm like you, bro. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always trying to think of the next shit. And I think you should just take step by step, man. And I think you should just appreciate your shit, bro. Because you got your own dog. Nobody could tell you shit, bro. You got 2 kids who fucking love you. Not many dads can say that. Not many dads can say their kids call them on their birthday, brother. I'm telling you that from experience. I'm being honest. So, man, I know when those days you look down and you feel like, fuck, I ain't amount to what I thought, bro.
Yeah.
Look at the glass half full.
No,
and I'm telling you, that shit gonna change your perspective, bro.
No, and I appreciate it. I appreciate both of you guys.
Yeah.
I love my people, and like, it's
except for Jorge, right?
No, man, Jorge's my nigga.
Oh, I thought you said it earlier. My bad.
Nah, man, I love all you guys. I love all you guys as mean as you guys are to me always, and picking on me, but I still love you.
I hope Jorge hears that part.
I still love you guys regardless of how much you guys shit on me all the time, 24/7. I'm just playing.
It sounds like a cry for help.
I think you're gonna be alright.
Oh shit! Nah, man, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just playing, but nah, nigga. I'm happy to have the people I have in my life, and I'm grateful for that for sure, and I'm grateful for my kids and all my older brothers and everyone that made me the person I am today. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that I'm not happy for that part of it, at least. But yeah, man, that's enough about me. It's my birthday. And thank you for saying happy
Y'all
birthday.
can send gifts if y'all want.
Yes.
Yeah. You can send them to me and I'll send them to Bri.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that nigga's green. They stealing my shit.
I just don't want you to get in trouble, bro. That's all.
Obviously, we're not. Today's your birthday, but we're not really doing anything till Friday. So we'll be going out. We'll catch you up on how that night ends up next week episode.
It's gonna get, it's gonna
Anything
get
you want to
crazy.
add, Brian? Maybe to the week that since leading up to your birthday, anything you did since last cast?
Yeah. Well, Saturday we went to Arcade Monsters. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, you did say that. So
yeah,
that's in
we-
Oviedo, right?
Yeah.
It's over there by the Culvers that's by us in Oviedo. It was pretty fun. It was kid friendly, so I had my kids in there.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, they throw birthday parties and shit in there. It's a nice place because they have like all the anime paintings on the walls. I
That's
feel
so
like
fire.
that's pretty. I feel like now in Orlando that's pretty generic.
What like
Now
the
it's like
painting of anime?
the anime paintings on the walls it's starting to lose that mystifying factor it used to have when they first started doing it, because I don't know, I feel like every
more common
business
now.
here in Orlando has that now, and it's cool. I love anime, maybe I shouldn't complain about this, but it's starting to lose its little wonderful
little luster.
Yeah.
Could be also pandering to us.
Yeah. They're just
They had
making money on it.
Frieza. You know how there's a Frieza.
And Goku looking at each other,
No.
ever.
It was like the picture where Frieza's looking up at Goku.
and Goku's looking back down at him, like bent over the cover, the manga cover.
You guys gotta show me that.
Yeah. Well, it's Frieza looking up and it's M. Bison looking down.
And Bison's like in
that's
his
dope.
face. Yeah, it's like random shit like that. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I like
they
stuff
had,
like that.
Yeah, they had all kinds of video games, arcade machines, everything.
Cool.
You go in there, you pay one amount, and then you just play whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. You
They
literally
had drinks and shit too.
Yes, I'll tell you the downside of the time. You know
Oh,
me. I have
shit. Here we
trouble.
go.
I have troubles, and it's embedded in me by my genes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I went up, and I couldn't decide what to drink. Brian and Shanti already told me that like Stella's probably the best they got.
Stella ain't nothing
I
better
didn't
than
believe
Stella
him.
there.
I didn't believe him, so I went ahead and asked. I'm like, you know
I have a
what?
funny
I look at the
racist
menu.
story about Stella.
Huh?
I said I have a funny racist story about Stella. Go
Nice.
keep going.
So I asked. I'm like, hey, I can't figure out the menu. I'm like, let me go with the basic. You know what the basic is? Oh, Jack and Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get a Jack and Coke. She's like, I got whiskey.
Oh hell no!
So at that moment, I said, yeah, go ahead and give me that Stella.
Why you said no to the whiskey?
Whiskey.
When they don't say,
like
when they don't
whiskey?
even give you the name of when they just say whiskey.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You know me. I don't be dead.
Yeah, I know.
Think about
I
it.
be having anytime I go out with like Al, I'll
If
be
they
like,
don't
Al,
say a
order me
name
drink. I don't
brand,
know.
if they don't say a name brand at a bar, nigga, you shouldn't be drinking at that.
Got
bar.
it.
You should drink the beer. That's
Drink the beer and keep
Okay.
it moving. That's their downside. Is they don't have a good bar.
Okay.
But
Damn.
otherwise, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Other than that, it was pretty cool. I mean, they have food there too. I probably wouldn't eat the food.
If I can't drink there, then I'm definitely not eating.
eating. There.
So we just drink beers, and the kids had simply lemonade, and we
Nice.
ate after.
All right, let's somewhere
Yeah.
else. I feel
But
that,
no,
bro.
but
You don't
yeah,
want to be spending bread on someplace you know
They
the
put-
food's either gonna be mid to ass.
At
Like,
It's gonna be
Yeah.
microwaved
Yeah.
for sure.
No,
I watch
no,
Bar
no.
Rescue.
Yeah, they had cheese whiz in the back. They made mac and cheese with cheese whiz and fucking old spaghettios and
fucking
shit.
gross, dog. That's gross as fuck.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What was the like most fire arcade game y'all seen in there, but y'all didn't think they were gonna have it?
Probably. I mean, the old school Mortal Kombats that they had.
They had them
and
all.
They had a bunch of them.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
They had Marvel vs.
They had 'em all?
Capcom. No,
Yep.
just the
No,
original.
I'm saying like what Marvel Capcom 3, 2,
Two. The best one.
Okay.
The best one. And then Mortal Kombat 2 they had, and 3. They had Tekken. They had like all the old school Pac-Man. They had all the old school shits that
A
you
bunch
could
of
think of.
Pinball machines.
Pinball. They had Luigi's Mansion as
an arcade mode?
Bro, I did not know they had an arcade one of that. And then you get the fucking gun. You get a fucking vacuum gun.
Oh, that
And you're in the booth.
You're like in the booth, like the Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
shits like that.
Yeah. Oh, like Time Crisis. Style.
Yeah.
That's
But you sitting down.
Sick.
Or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, nigga, we couldn't even use it. They were using it the whole fucking time.
Ooh, the kids are just people.
People were in there though.
Oh, that means it's got to be fire.
Yeah, that shit had to be hard. We didn't end up using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they had a couple good things. They had you could go get the fucking
That NBA Jam.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Upstairs.
It's
Yeah,
legit
of
when they got
course.
Jam.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah, it's
Galaga and
legit
shit? They had
arcade.
Galaga?
Yes, of course.
Galaga.
Pac-Man, all that.
They had pinball machines.
All
Yes.
bro, a
Nice.
whole room full of pinball machines.
Oh,
No
man, I
coins
gotta
needed.
go, man.
Bro, that shit was fun. With the pinball machines was dope. The kids were like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" Like they never like really
They don't
fucked
know
with a
what it
pinball
is.
machine.
We even
Yeah,
played
we were playing with
digital
them. They loved
Pong,
it.
like the original Pong, but it was digital. Like it was weird. It was like digital, but it wasn't digital. And it was like
It was like little boxes, right?
it's like little boxes, and they were magnetically stuck to the thing. I don't know how to even explain it, bro.
Yeah, like it had a dial where you could like turn the big block where that's like basically the goalie or whatever. Was like a literal like square like physical box.
What?
And then like the little pong ball was like a little physical box too, and it was like magnetized or some shit. And that as you play versus each other, we were like, yo,
so
me and
cool.
Dulcet were like playing for mad long, like,
Yeah,
yo, what
we
the
played a few
fuck?
rounds.
So cool,
That was-
dude. Like,
yeah.
I gotta go there. This
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
fun.
a cool spot, and I like.
I want to see
There's
how
not
it is
many
after,
cool arcade
after dark
spots
too.
anymore, and I
No.
like.
We
I
went
like
there during the
arcades.
day. Yeah, we
like
We went there
arcades,
during
yeah.
like kid time, so I want to try to go into like the
Adult.
adulty time to see how it is there to see the
Okay.
vibe. But I mean, it's probably the same shit. We just
That's
go
dope.
in there, drink a couple beers, and play fucking
games.
video games.
That's nice, man.
We
That's
we
what's up.
did, the kids did Dance Dance Revolution and shit. That shit was so funny.
No way.
Yeah, they
They
had
liked
Guitar
it?
Hero and shit. Yeah, they were having a blast.
That's
nigga.
what's up.
They had more fun than me. It was my birthday. But
Mason wanted to go back.
yeah, Mason didn't want to leave.
Yeah?
They niggas didn't want to leave, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love when they do that.
That's cool.
Yeah, but no, it was cool, man. It
All
was
right,
fun.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
glad
that was
glad
pretty
you did
much it.
something at least while I was gone.
Yeah, man, for sure, bro.
That's
What
what's
the
up.
fuck?
All right. Anything else?
Nah, man, that's it. Working.
Not
I
watching
had
anything
taken
new.
some
Not
time
watching
off from
anything
work.
new that you want to put us on. Me and Delson on to.
Some new shows.
Last week was what, Delson? Frogging or some shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
frogging.
frogging. Yeah,
y'all haven't
that's
watched it yet?
No, I haven't got
Y'all
to yet.
niggas need to put y'all. When y'all just working or some shit, y'all need
throw
background
it on.
noise. That's the best. That's the best. Cause you know, I mean, it's just one of those shows that is just for the background noise. And then it'll catch you though. They'll be like, "And he was under my floor mat." What the fuck? Shorty shot the nigga. He was under the bed. She said, "Bang."
Oh shit! There was some murdering shit in there.
Yo, tell
You
me.
didn't say that. You
She
didn't
shot
say
the nigga
last
that was.
week. You made it sound like they were cool with the homie that was living in the basement.
Nah,
And shit.
bro, nigga, one of them was like
Bodied
her
him?
ex. Bro, nah, didn't body him. She shot him in the foot.
Oh,
But the cops had to come in and everything because she called like the security guy to fix the cameras, and he wasn't believing her that there was someone in there because he was like looking every room. He looked at every room and didn't find them. Nigga, he was in the same room that he was working on the fucking security cameras at under the bed.
that's wild.
Bro, that show is creepy as fuck.
That is creepy as fuck.
But anyway,
Okay.
no,
Nothing new. No,
other than
not watching
frogging, no man. Gen V, watch
Oh,
that
that's
shit.
the new boy show.
The
You like
the
it?
Boys.
Yeah, bro. The spinoff,
The
the
Boys,
boys
sorry, yeah,
spinoff. It's awesome, man. It's on the fourth
It's on
episode
Amazon,
now.
right?
Fourth episode now.
You heard it's
Yeah.
on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a quick premise of what this show is technically about?
Think of the boys, which is obvious, right? It's like the raunchiness and the blood and the explosions, but they're college students. This one college
is this at
student
the same time? Is this before?
this is during because they know that V is what caused you to be
I got it. So this is the Fear of the Walking Dead to the Walking Dead, right? What you're telling me?
No, because it's not prequel. It's at the same time.
But I'm saying like spin-off wise.
Kinda.
Wait, I thought Fear of the Walking Dead was
it's
was
prequel.
simultaneously.
It's prequel.
Is
It's
it?
pre
Oh,
and
It's-
pre and during.
It's pre and
Is it?
during
Oh.
because remember Rick was in a coma for 5 years and then he wakes up.
True.
This is during the 5 years and whatever.
Got it. Okay.
But anyway, What show was I talking about?
You was
Oh,
talking
Gen V. Yeah,
Gen
no,
V,
it's good,
Gen
bro. The main character has like these fucking blood powers, like Dead Man Wonderland. Remember, like that. Like she could fucking control her blood and shit, make it go through niggas like as a like sharp. She
So
could
it's
literally.
about the superheroes. This show.
Yeah, it's about the superheroes from this college, that this college is made for these superheroes, and the you could have two. There's like certain things you could either go to criminology and be like fighting crime, or you could be a superstar like a fucking movie star. So there's only like two things that you could use.
Does the main person of that like university like sit in a wheelchair and get rolled around?
No, it's actually
Fuck, T?
it's
X-Men
actually
Academy.
a person. Yeah, I know.
That shit threw me off. That's true. The Professor X.
No, it didn't. No, there's nobody.
Is his name Charles by any
Nah,
chance?
it's an English Indian woman. I would say.
She must be from Toronto.
I think she's Indian. I don't know what she is, but she has an accent. Anyway, yeah, maybe from Toronto. She has an underground chamber where she keeps soup kids there.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't just
like
spoil
a-
the story
Watch
with
the
that.
show. Watch the show.
That's a pretty heavy
Watch the show.
Concept.
Watch the show.
children imprisonment.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Teenagers in prison.
I've
Okay.
seen some crazier things.
Gen
boys.
V is what it's called, right?
Yeah, man. Watch that.
Got it. All right. Anything else, bro? You
No,
wanna
man.
add?
That's it. I think I gave enough.
Hey, yo. That's crazy. What about you, D?
Oh, me?
Since the last cast, brother, what's been on your noggin and what's been going on? Or
Nothing much,
who's
man.
been on your noggin?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna double back and say nothing much, man.
God
Nothing much.
dang.
Last week I dead
Not
ass.
in much, brother.
I spent like most of my week not working in my location, which was weird.
Why is that?
It just because I had like a meeting that I had to attend to with like all the managers, and then I had another training for only the store managers, and then I was off one of the days, and I worked on Sunday. So it was like really weird week
Didn't
for
that
me.
shit fuck you up? Like when they just muck your schedule up for like 1 week only.
Bro, last week
Fucks
was
your
fun.
whole, like, flow
Not
up
only
of
that,
life.
that week was like that, and then now I'm on vacation this week. So like my whole life is like
you
upside
did say
down.
you were taking a vacation. This
I'm
week.
like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. So it's been really weird. But like that training that I did on Thursday, it's funny that we were talking about it, but the biggest thing that I took away from it was like just trust, like trusting your people, and like trusting that you let your people fail is like one of the biggest things I took. Like you got to trust that shit is gonna go left or right. So like when you were saying like, yo, you were thinking about doing this or thinking about doing that, we all got to learn to delegate in our own personal lives. I personally don't have anybody to delegate any of my life responsibilities to, but you guys might.
I do.
So I figure you guys should definitely, if you guys feel like everything's on your shoulders, I recommend doing that. And even if they fail, you got to trust them to fail and let them fail so they learn. That's just my advice. Because I remember when I was married and had all the moving parts of, having a spouse and all that shit, it was like, I felt like I was doing everything. And then that was overwhelming, and that turned you off too.
Yeah, when you're a father of not only your kids but your wife, oof.
So
Get
like
me out of that.
So like that's the thing. Thanks, bro. That there's a lot of moving parts, and then you feel like, bro, like you can isolate yourself when you do that.
Yeah.
And they're for no reason either. Because you're empowering that person. If you delegate some of the responsibilities of anything, then it'll make your life easier, and then it puts them in a position where they feel like they contribute more. So
1,000.
my advice to you guys, if you guys aren't doing that, to start doing it. And I need to do it more with work so I can take a little bit off my plate and then put a little bit more on others.
Oh, no. Trust me. Once I read that article, Netflix price going up, I ain't paying that shit this month. Going right to the Lexus account.
Pow.
I pay all the streaming sites. It's time to
Start delegating
them
out.
motherfuckers is going in prices starting to equate to what Spectrum was charging me when I used to have cable.
Yo, isn't that crazy? That's what I was telling. I told y'all this years ago.
No, you did. You been said that. You
I said,
eventually
nigga, the prices are gonna
be
go
the
up,
same.
and not only that, they're probably all gonna merge to one, and they're gonna they're gonna merge to one and make
And
us pay
become-
the same
and
that
just
we've been
become
paying
Central
forever.
Cable again?
Yeah,
I doubt it. I think the streaming like competition is there's too much money in it.
It's good
HBO
competition.
Max said Hold my fucking Coke this year. Watch
Yeah,
this,
HBO
bitch.
Max. HBO Max gonna win
Killing it, dog. Killing it.
Hold my beer.
Hold my fucking beer, Netflix.
Having all those TLC shows on there, that got it.
You now introduce a demographic of people that you didn't have
A
because
whole
HBO
nother
was
level.
very heavy on original shows.
Yeah.
Original,
Reality
series,
shows.
and now they're getting reality shows, bro.
TLC
They didn't have reality shows back. The reality shows they had back then were like Sex Taxi and shit.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but this is like more so like
Sex Taxi.
yeah, like
from
teenagers are gonna sit down and watch 90 today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
I
shit
mean,
like that. Yeah, you and me were pervs as kids.
I was
That's why
watching
you're
Sex
watching
Taxi back in
Sex
the
Taxi on
day.
the Spice Channel. When
Real Sex on HBO.
Yeah, remember that
baby.
shit? Or the cat doll house. Remember that? I know you remember Bunny Ranch.
I know my boy remember that.
I know you remember that shit. Boy, I used to watch this shit. Mama
Nigga
sleep.
said the cat dog
Hey,
house.
hey, Mama sleep. Put that Bunny Ranch off.
And that boy
I
said,
used to sit just
Have
like
the-
this. Watch. I didn't even know how to jack off yet. I was like,
I had my finger on her last channel. Like,
yeah, quick. You used to be just like this. Butt ass. The craziest part, your mama sleep.
Find
You
the
sleep on the bed on the
chocolate.
floor. Your mama on the bed on top. You like. Hopefully, the bitch don't turn over.
this boy out his damn mind.
it was wild, dog.
Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, I'm with you on that though.
Trust your people,
I'm
man.
delegating my responsibilities a little bit more out, because like that it gives me a little bit more or a little less stress and things to be worried about. And like you said, it gives people purpose.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like makes them feel like you trust them enough with the important shit that you deem important to yourself or what you got to get done.
Right.
Yeah. But it's also important to know what to delegate.
Yeah, that's part
a
of it,
fact.
but it's delegate and then inspect. So, like, you got to be like, hey, can you do X, Y, and Z? What?
What happened? You getting a call?
Oh. Delegate. Yep, there you go. That's a loud noise you guys just heard. Thanks, bro.
That was Brian getting naked. He has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so you delegate, then you inspect. So you just make sure that whatever you said, hey, you go do that they did it. Because you don't waste time actually doing it. That's
Bro, I just got breaking news, Delson.
it. Hit him.
Skittles just got banned from California. The candy itself.
Why?
Apparently, it has ingredients that add to possibly getting cancer. So California permanently banned it. I don't know how true that is, but that's apparently what they said. I just read it while we was talking.
So by rainbows, they mean...
Yeah,
Cancer?
they mean chemo.
Mm.
That's fucking sad.
Well, that's a
I haven't had
twisted
Skittles
turn of
in a minute,
events.
though.
Nah,
I'll be honest with you. I know you don't eat shit like that, but
Nah.
I be getting smacked. And if I go to the gas station, I'll be like, oh, I'm getting in my kid bag.
Ooh.
And it never happens.
I'll do the like sour stuff, like the sour straws or like the extreme airhead
Love
joints.
sour straws. I can't even eat sour straws the same no more, bro. If I eat a bag, I immediately start feeling sick.
No way.
I swear to God, bro. If I eat a whole bag of Sour Power, Sour Punches, not like I used to tear 2 of those at once. Now, like, you used to throw the 2 colors or some shit. Just got freaky with it. Now I can't. I eat like 4, bro. My fucking tongue's burnt. My stomach feels crazy. Like, I don't know if that's old age, or I don't know, maybe from all the candy I've eaten in my life, my stomach lining is fucking shot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just telling Delson when he went to the bathroom, I just read California banned Skittles officially.
Oh, shit.
Because
of the
apparently they
color?
have ingredients to add to
the cancer.
getting cancer.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, bro.
Cancerous color is shit.
That's kind of crazy. Like, if that is true, like,
It's not the only brand that they sell in America.
No, I know.
that
I'm
gives
saying,
cancer
like,
to. No, I know.
It's
But
gonna
I'm
be a
just saying that's
domino
crazy.
effect, dog. That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Supposed to be the best here. We're supposed to be the best, and we just out here selling cancer
fucking
stuff.
cancer
Sounds
to
like
kids. We're selling cancer to kids.
sounds like China. Another little country, you know.
Oh shit, you
From
stupid,
the
dog.
east.
Oh man. All right, D. Anything else, bro? You wanna add to that?
Nah, bro. I've been
Learning to trust
chilling.
more. That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, I
Learning to
think you
trust
guys all need to do that because I will definitely be doing exactly that.
more. Okay. Cool.
My boy. Flying
man.
around.
So what about you, Frank? How was the 6?
Oh, yes, the 6. Oh, let's see, guys. Well, you guys, I said last.
What is that? What's the
last
6?
week on the last
I'm not gonna
episode?
sit here and act like I know.
Told
what that
you
is.
guys I was going on a trip. I had to finish the album. I needed to go with Kevin Durant in the studio, A&R a little bit, figure out where we wanted to place these songs.
So Kevin Durant was the one A&R in this time, not LeBron like last time.
LeBron was two changes A&R.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is Drake's A&R in this album.
Oh, my bad.
And I'm going to tell you one thing.
What he said?
I don't think Kevin Durant should be an A&R again.
Why? Why he said?
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm being funny. But yes, I went to Toronto for 2 days. Honestly, just 2 days. 2.5, I guess. But went over there first time. Went to go see the Drake show, of course. One, if I had to talk about the city itself, reminds me, I told Brian earlier today, honestly reminds me a lot of New York and Boston. Like, the city feel, the transit. There's trans, like the Trans Am.
Oh.
Not, well, there's probably transvestites too. I'm sure. Transgenders.
It's called the tram. The tram.
Yeah. I was actually going for transit.
I love the recovery.
I wasn't
like
trying to like say trans in a bad way. I was trying to say like transit. Anyways, yeah, but it's a fucking huge city too, bro. Like really big. Like I didn't know that it was actually the 4th most populated city in North America.
Oh shit.
And like overall in all 3 countries, Mexico, us, and Canada is the 4th largest. And it's a really big city, and it reminded me so much of New York. Just super, super clean compared to New York City and our northeastern cities. Mm-hmm. Very clean. People, man, call me ignorant, racist, stupid, whatever. I always thought of Canadians as like white people that like spoke like A and, you know, like said shit like that, right? Like had like a
heads come off and shit. I thought the fucking top of the heads would be like flip the blah.
Yo, that's South Park.
What?
It's mad racist, dog. Their heads. You're talking that their heads go like this, right? Look.
Yeah.
Their head look like Pac-Man.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Frank, but talking about that reminded me of that episode of South Park as a newer episode where the Queen passed away. And Ike, you know, Ike is Kyle's little brother that's adopted from
Canadian.
Canada.
Yeah.
He was like talking about the Queen 24/7, that he was so sad about the Queen passing away. He's like, what the fuck?
The baby was? That's hilarious. But yo, all right, back to my ignorant thing. It's
Sorry.
I thought that was like Canada itself, just a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
Again, and I'm not saying there's not other races, but majority white, just like America. And they, you know, had a certain dialect that they speak. Mm-hmm. It was not that at all, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I told you guys in the chat, 46% of the population of Toronto itself is immigrants, like people not from Canada. So, bro, when I got there, massive amount of Indians. Like, I did not expect so many Indians to be living there. Like, I'm talking about to the point that, like, almost everything I went to, it was Indian based or being Indian served. Like someone was working there was from India. Bro. The airport, the Scotia Bank, the arena, like it was just I was like, yo, I feel like I told you, I'm like, I feel like I'm in Little India or something. Like, this
I
is
thought
crazy.
you were gonna say I thought you were gonna say, nigga, I think I'm in Quickie Mart everywhere I go.
Ooh. That's not what I expected him to say. Okay. Well.
Quickie Mart is fucked up. Yo.
And that's a nice airport. That's a nice airport too.
Toronto.
I've been to that airport on the
It's
stop.
a nice airport,
Yeah,
but
nice.
fam. So yeah, I was in. Okay, this is where the culture shock gets me. So I'm like, oh shit. You know, there's a lot of Indian people. There's a lot of Chinese, very heavy in Chinese culture. A lot of Sri Lankans as well. A lot of Muslim. So I was very thrown off by the demographic, only because again, my ignorance. Then we left to Niagara Falls the same day we landed. So this is where the culture shock came in. When you start leaving Toronto, you get to French Canada, fam. When I say French Canada, my dudes, I'm talking like they speak French. Like full on. Like we went to some place to eat and fam, they had the French accent. The dude taking our order, like you could tell it was a harder time for him to talk to us in English than it was French. Yeah. And I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy. Like I'm thinking in my head, like Canada's essentially an existential, piece of America. Mm-hmm. Like, especially with the vibes I just got from Toronto. Mm-hmm. Like I just left the city just to go to Niagara Falls. But when you get to the countryside of Canada, bro, that shit was like, yo, am I in France? Like the signs was lettering French. Like I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. I know that Canada, French is their fucking first language, but I did not know
in certain areas
how influential the French culture is in Canada until that. Yeah, like when I left Toronto, Toronto felt like America. I won't lie. Toronto felt like America. When I left Toronto, that felt like I was in a country I couldn't even describe to you, bro. It felt like I was in America, but everybody spoke French. It was wild. So that was a shock to me. Absolutely beautiful city, beautiful country, man. Beautiful country. It was cold. It wasn't as cold as I thought it would be. It got cold probably like the last day. Fucking tell you one thing, Canada had the best weed I had probably since maybe
Vegas?
Nah, I liked Vegas, but the problem with Vegas, the experience of the weather fucked it up for me. You know what I'm saying? The bud was good, but it was hard to enjoy it when you had to fight hell itself. Like I'm being, if you was able to, burn that time, bro, you would understand what we were saying, bro.
Yeah.
You had to keep a water bottle just to walk to the fucking down the block.
Yeah.
Either way, but Canada, oh my God, bro, they had some gas. Yeah. And I don't know why, but it was super good and potent. Like, we were like, yo, what the fuck they put in this? And they have, like, the same brands we have here in Orlando. Like, cookies and shit. We bought a cookies branded shit. And Alex like, yeah, they got that over there, bro. And I'm like, yo, I don't remember this shit smoking like this. Shit had me wanting to do fucking backflips off the roof.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe I don't know how to ask this. Is there... I don't know how to ask it without asking it straight up. Are all the sites great over there in Canada?
Are all the sites?
Yeah. Are they beautiful? The sites?
Okay, so...
No?
No? That's... You know what's crazy? Like, I was over there, and in my head, I'm thinking, like, this is where the tings is at. Like, these are where...
Yeah.
This is, like, where the melting pot of, like, where Malaysians come from.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was a bunch of pretty girls. Like, I told Alexis this, so she won't get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alexis, I told Alexis, I'm like, there's a lot of pretty girls, but Toronto didn't have no bad ones. Like, no girl that my girl be like, yo, look at her. Like, I know a girl's bad. Alexis know a girl's bad when she tells me. She be like, yo, look at her. And I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I really look. When she gets me
listen.
Was that a stroke or what was happening?
I had an itch.
If it was the other way around, you wouldn't have been able to say that. Like you could only say, "Damn, nigga, there was no baddies here." You know what I mean?
If I was to say there was bad ones, I'm getting fried up.
Stupid bad bitches here in
Canada. I'm getting fried up.
You never go into Canada again.
Yeah, ever. To be honest, I'm gonna be truthful. I didn't think there was honestly great looking women. It wasn't
I've
ugly.
Never been to Canada before, and I've seen what came from Canada. So
bro, they're all like hipster chicks too, man. It's like they all wear the panda dunks and dirty forces. I'm like, oh God, I can't get away from this. This is like fucking American Girl style now. Yeah. They all was wearing it. But either way, yeah. So that was one thing I took from Toronto. Obviously, I went to the Drake show. Drake show was amazing. I just been to a lot of concerts. The production was amazing. The way he interacts with a crowd. I don't think I've ever been. I've been to 2 shows of his. The first 2016, you could just tell the leap in how much better he is. It was definitely a moment, and it felt like, and I explained this to you, I was like, it felt like what I would encapsulate what would Jay-Z would be, seeing Jay-Z in Madison would be, only because it's like he's performing where he's from, like, and when you feel that energy, dog, like when you feel how much his city dead ass fucks with him, and it's so funny because when I went to the dispensary and I bought off him, I bought off like the weed people. I bought it. Yeah, no, I was about to say buy off Drake. I bought off the dispensary. The guy, the dispensary. We were telling him like, yeah, we about to go to Drake's show. Like he had to push it back. He's like, yeah, don't get it twisted, bro. Don't let Drake trick you. He don't fuck with us. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, he doesn't fuck with the city, man.
That's what they always say about the rapper from that city.
Who makes
they
it.
don't fuck with the city. It's like, damn, nigga, what you want him to do? Spend all his bread on the city?
Well,
like,
the funny thing you say that, like at the show, and this is the only time I got emotional at the show because you know how we talked about
50,000
he gives people Birkins and shit, all this shit. Well, at the show, he started off by giving, and it's only the people who pay for the floor seating. So Lenny had a chance to win like 50 racks. If he had put up a sign like, "Yo, my bitch left me. I came here for the Drake show. Dolo left me." I'm pretty sure he had a great chance to get a Birkin, which would have been crazy for Lenny, in the Birkin bag.
Bruh.
Or 50 racks.
Let me ask you this.
That baggie would have been extra.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you just a quick question. What do you think of the chances if his sign said, "I get no bitches, just look at me," and had a sign pointing down at himself?
Oh, he had given Lenny the OVO contract.
He's signing Lenny.
He's signing Lenny because that's how bad he gonna feel. He gonna see Lenny's edge up, and he gonna see what Lenny's saying. He gonna like, get that man an olive chain.
God
man.
damn,
Give him whatever he want.
Get that nigga a job, nigga.
So, anyways, in the show, So in the show, he's like telling people, like, he's like, "Yeah, you know, I love the city. He's like, I don't want to do none of that Birkin Chanel bullshit." He's like, I'm gonna pay for your tuition. And there was like 3 other people in the crowd talking about tuition and shit. He's like, I'm gonna pay for yours, and yours. It was like 5 dudes, like people he paid tuition for.
Nah.
So the crowd's going crazy. And he's like, my manager's in my ear right now telling me how much we spending on the budget. I was laughing. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I love my city. He's like, I gotta address one person in here. It's like this girl right here. So she had a sign that, hey, she's like, "Hey Drake, I just found out I got MS. I just found out I got MS and I spent."
Bitch. Nigga, anyone can make a sign saying that they just found out they got MS, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Hello, bro.
Right, go ahead. I just found out I got MS, and then like 3 weeks ago, somebody said that their girl broke up with them. Like,
yeah,
she has to like.
That's a skip level.
Jesus Christ.
So
she put the cheat code to go to the master stage, the boss, the final boss.
I'm just laughing because if I was at the show with you, I could only imagine that's the first thing you said. That was the moment for me that got me because she says that, and his best friend growing up has MS.
Oh yeah, she didn't know that. Oh, I guess she did it. What a coincidence.
I'm not gonna say that, dog. But 40 has MS, so he's like, "Yo, whatever you want, I'm gonna get you the best treatment possible." He's like, "I'm gonna even link you up with 40 like that. Y'all can talk, and I'm giving you tickets to tomorrow's show." Man. And they put them on the screen, dog. And it almost seemed like she was more excited to come back for the show than to get help with her MS.
Yeah.
So like that was the only point I was like,
Yeah.
But either way, I thought that was a really nice gesture. She started crying, and the whole crowd.
But was she?
What?
Like, you know when somebody got MS, does she look like she had
I don't know,
a little
Brian.
bit of MS?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, dog. I couldn't tell you.
She wasn't twitching.
It's
she
so
wasn't
fucking
moving.
funny you say that, though. But yeah, that was the
They
part
showed
that
her
got
on
me.
the screen?
Yes, they showed her.
She was normal?
No, she started crying, bro. Oh, you like she looked normal, I guess.
But then no MS.
My thing is,
I
you
hope
got
they
MS.
asked for doctor papers.
You got MS, but you were in the standing section.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With the fucking sign over your head, holding it with your arms. Damn, you pushing through for that Drake concert, huh? Mm-hmm. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
So
there's crooks, man. We just exposed to a lot of crooks, so we can't trust nothing.
Yeah.
Until I see her shaking, I don't believe shit.
Yeah, unless her arms were shaking OD with that sign up.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. And you know the reason why it wasn't shaking? Because he read it. He was able to read it. Motherfucker with MS, you ain't gonna be able to read that damn sign. That shit gonna be going up and down all around. I'm just saying, bro. You ain't gonna be telling me you got MS.
We can't clip none of this. Yeah. This all gotta stay strictly in the pod.
I mean, yeah, because there's the context of it. It wouldn't make sense, bro. I sound like a piece of shit. But she's a piece of shit for lying about having MS. Fuck
she is
her.
definitely a piece of shit if she's lying. I would agree. I would agree, man. But yeah, either way,
Pretty sure she
I thought that was a great moment. Just to show itself,
Yeah,
he's
bro.
very interactive with the show. I thought the show was great. You know, he did all the hits mainly, but what I really did like was at the end, him saying like, "Yo, one, he extended the show by an hour, and two, he did like a couple B-sides that I've never heard before him perform live." So I thought that was fucking awesome. Yeah, man, it was just overall a great show. It's crazy to see how much a city does love someone like that. Like, it's crazy how much Toronto. Like, I've never seen so many grown ass men with October very own Drake shirts on. Never seen that in my.
That
Like,
shit
I've
is-
never seen. Like, I can tell you, I'll probably go to a Hove show and I promise you, the men in that Hove show, I'm not rocking Jay-Z like merch like that. Like everybody like coming to,
bro, you
it's just the times we grew up in. But I'm saying, like, when I seen that, I was like, yo, this guy got a real like cult following.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
people there that's like
sucking the shit out of
1000% down for Drake. And I'm, you know me, I'm a Drake fan, bro. But I was surprised, man. I was surprised. But yeah, the city definitely loved him, because after the show we went to a club and the club was fire, dog. Club is crazy in Canada. Let me tell you that. But we thought we was at a regular club, Delson Brian. 30 minutes in, 2 strippers pull up, start shaking ass randomly.
Shit.
And it's not a strip club.
Oh shit.
I look at Jess, Allen, and Alexis. I'm like, y'all seen this?
Yo.
They're like, yeah. We're like,
what an ATM machine.
I'm like, why the fuck is this happening right now? Like, how is this happening? Like, how is there a stripper?
It's go-go dancers.
It was
huh?
2 strippers. Nah, bro.
It was strippers? Booty
Dude
digging?
were throwing ones at them. They were shaking the ass. Promise you, bro.
Booty? Titties
Yeah, one of them
ass and pussy?
was built.
Oh.
One of them. The other
Built
one,
like
the other one was like, oh,
like a brick house?
that's a stallion.
That's the style.
That's a stallion.
That's the one that's making the money at night.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But anyways, the club was lit. The club we went to was lit. Had great music. I wish, we haven't been to a club in a minute, so for me it was lit. But damn, even then, like every other track, Drake, every other track, and the club will go up, bro. They fuck with that dude heavy, bro, heavy. They love Toronto. Toronto, he really do run like that's his city. No doubt about it. Like no doubt.
Well,
But people say that. But people say that, bro.
Yeah.
And it don't be true.
I don't doubt it.
It don't even the
yeah,
comment
yeah,
that the dude said earlier, like, "Oh, Drake don't love us." Like I'm in my head, I'm like, "Oh, people always say they
Say
from the
shit
state,
about
run
the
the
rapper.
city and shit." But dog, I'm telling you, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I was like, "Yo, this is kind of crazy how much they love this guy here." Like it's a little like if I was Brian and Delson, I don't even want to come to Toronto. Because it's that much. It's like over. Maybe it was because he was performing that week, like in the city. But it was like a little bit overly doing the Drake shit. There.
But you got to also
like I
consider
seen
there's a
Drake
lot of
everywhere,
people-
billboards, him here, like music, everything, bro. The club, like I'm saying, I'm not lying to you, Dels, when I say every other song was Drake.
But you got
Every other song, it was like Dance Hall, Burna Boy, Drake, Hove. Meek Mill, Dreaming Nightmare, Drake. I'm like, oh my god.
But you got to remember that they know that their fans there for the concert too.
True. That's a good
So
point.
they're gonna play to that, and if their concert is a huge concert for the city because it brings a lot of money from outside, that they're gonna put the posters up. They are gonna invest some money in the city to make sure that they're welcome. The people from out, because y'all came from Florida.
Yeah.
You weren't the only one that flew from somewhere else to be in Toronto. To
That's
watch
what I
that
told
show.
them too. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're not the only ones here from out of the city.
Sure.
Yeah.
Especially those fucking 5 guys that are matching OVO shirts. They definitely not from Toronto.
Yeah, and they probably take the
That shit
glizzy
was
to
crazy,
the
bro.
face.
I was only surprised because I know he got
Facts.
girl fans, but when I seen the amount of men rocking merch, like they was like out there in fits, OVO shirts, sweats, the motherfucking 12s, the old OVO J's. Like I'm like, yo, these are like real like fans, man. Like don't get me wrong, get me twisted. I love Drake. But you'll never catch me at his show in the whole fucking sweatsuit with the owl. Nah, stop. You're not going to do that to me.
They took off their clothes. They took off their underwear. They threw that shit on stage, nigga.
Yo, that's what they did?
Yeah, so fucking... you already know.
He brought a little baby. That was fire.
He brought a little baby? Oh, that's
a little
dope.
baby because
baby.
The crazy thing, 21 had got his green card, but he couldn't perform that night still. They were still giving him troubles at the border. Yeah. So Drake's like, I had to get, the way he brought out Lil Baby, he's like, hey, my brother came in here no matter hours from me calling him. Like, I needed him. He came on the flight. We was like, damn. Me and Alex, like, who the fuck it is? We thought it was Wayne, bro. I thought it was Wayne. That was when I say I was like, oh my God, it's Wayne. Y'all would have heard. I was about to go cry. I was like anticipating it being Wayne.
I would have been tight if y'all had fucking Lil Wayne.
I know, man.
I wasn't hating. At that point, I would have
been hating. You gotta hate if it was Wayne. What if it was
Wayne? I would have done.
Who? Yeet. If it was Yeet,
yeah.
Y'all I don't even like that song like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I would have been sick. He brought out Central. He didn't bring out Central C. You ever listen to Central C before?
No.
The London rapper.
The London guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. I heard his songs before, but when he performed them, I'm like, oh shit, these shit sound kind of hard. I might have to go back and listen. But either way, they did like some fucking build up for Lil Baby. Lil Baby came out. I was like, oh shit, you already know Alex was hyped. Alex was elated, boy. He was hyped.
He had his shirt off?
Out?
Yeah.
He took it off.
He's doing this?
He did like this to Lil Baby.
Spinning around the head like a helicopter.
Huh?
North Carolina.
He's like, hey Brian, he's like, drip too hard, no thin too close.
Oh, out this, hey.
Lil Baby came out though. He killed. He only performed like 4 songs though.
Dope.
That was kind of weird.
Shit, that's fun.
Yeah, man. Overall, great show. Great. It makes me like want to go to more shows for sure. Yeah. Because they're just so much. Especially, this is the first show I ever drank at. Like I would drink. Like I bought me and Alex fucking double shots of Rem with the fucking to get lit, and I was lit, bro. And I think I have to drink every time I go to a show.
It is
every time. Need a drink because I love being drunk with music. Like it's so much fucking fun.
Did you not? Okay, that's
no.
Fine.
I'm saying
not
like
gone to the club.
No, I'm just saying like I never get
sure.
to that point, bro. Double shot. Like when the fuck do I do that? Like
Never.
I'm just saying I was like in there to get lit.
Nigga was lit for Drizzy.
I was lit. Nah, I was, man. I was singing my heart out. I was having a grand old fucking time, dog. It was amazing. So, Toronto was great, man. It's a city I would definitely advise everybody to visit once. You only need 2-3 days, man. Chinese food was amazing, Brian. I'll tell you that right now. Them dumplings were fucking amazing. Toronto has some great food. Great food.
Hey,
I had a shawarma. You ever had a shawarma? You guys ever had a shawarma before?
Mm-hmm.
You had a shawarma, Brian? You ever had a shawarma? Indian shawarma.
No,
they're almost like gyros.
No, I never had that.
Shit was mad.
That's the shit from the end of Avengers, right? The shawarma. That's from the end of the Avengers.
I don't know.
It's literally right there.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's technically what that is, but I know it's like a food. No, it's a type of food Indians eat. It's like a wrap. It's called shawarma.
It literally says shawarma.
I know, but I don't know if that means the same thing as what I'm trying to explain. I'll show you guys after the cast. But yeah, me and Alex had it for a time.
He didn't play any of the new shit.
That shit was No, he didn't play nothing new. It was all old shit. Everything he played was old. Yeah,
that makes sense though because it's a set.
Yeah, the next show, you know who he brought out, right? He brought out Cole, and they performed first person shooter on stage. Damn. I was tight. You know, I would have wanted to be a part of that second show. And 21 Savage performed. So he had Savage perform. He had Cole perform.
They got their money's worth.
They got their bread. I mean, I got my bread's worth too, but
getting
Cole,
that's a whole nother. Those are 2 headliners, bro.
Those are 2 headliners, and you're especially Cole. Yeah, Cole is he's his own entity. So for you to get even a few songs from Cole,
he'd be going back to his like roots and shit. He'd be like visiting people that he used to live with and shit.
Ooh, Cole, cool. I love Cole.
That shit's tight. He's a cool person.
He's my favorite. Him and Drake are the 2 my favorite from this generation, no doubt in my mind. That was my favorite. But yeah, the Sunday show seems like it was been the show I would have wanted got pressed like personally, like that would have been the show I wanted to go to. But either or, it was good. Yeah, Toronto was a good time, man. I enjoy, and I like these 2-3 day like time vacations. I feel like I could do that more. Like I don't need 4 or 5 days all the time. Like that's what I was telling Brian. Like we could do like a quick cruise the whole gang and make, because that's an easy trip.
For sure, no plan.
Nobody has to plan so much shit out. So, yeah. Either way, Toronto was great. Shout out to all Toronto people out there that I met. Shout out to the dude that I met who was dying to come to Florida and asking me all the questions about Florida. This guy like owned his own dispensary. He's like, yeah, I want to move to Florida so bad. And that also back to what I was telling you guys, right? Like the whole me appreciating my life and living in the moment. Like this man has his own working business in Canada, in Toronto. Like
Still not happy.
and still not happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he looking at me after I told him where I live. Like damn, I wish I had his life. You know what I'm saying?
At least that part of it.
At
But
least
yeah.
right. Like
But yeah, I see what you mean.
What's that
definitely.
song?
and then
What's
for
that?
me, it's like damn, man. All these years I bitch about Orlando, shit like that, and there's a guy here who's dreaming about living where I'm living, bro.
To even
What's the
visit,
name of that
man.
song?
To even visit, bro.
What's the name of that song? It's a Cole song. You should know it.
Which one? It's a bunch, brother.
Love Yours.
Oh, Love Yours. I love that song, man.
Yeah, so
that's
that's-
such a good song too. But yeah, that's good. That's a good point, though. It's like, and that was also like there was just subtle reminders for me to like that I appreciated my life for what it is and for where I live and where we from and we get to do this. So yeah, Toronto wasn't like a fucking epiphany. It was just a reminder, like, hey, slow down, take life in, and enjoy it for what it is. So it was lit. It was lit. Definitely cool. I went to the Cause Museum. Not museum, but he had his first exhibit outside of New York, and it was in Toronto's Ontario's
that
art
shit on
museum.
your-
That
on
was
your story.
that
So
right
dope.
there. That was amazing. Only because like, you know, you see Cause prior to even knowing, you just see a bunch of cool design figures he does, but there's concepts behind these pieces, and he had it throughout the whole exhibit. And his particular exhibit was based off family, and I liked it a lot, like because it was about not only just like direct family, like bloodline, but also like what the people around you, how you consider them family, or how they hold you down. And it was cool. I just like when art can tell me what they're trying to convey instead of like just put a picture in front of me like this Bowser. Like I would much rather ask the guy who made this Bowser why you made Bowser this way, instead of me and Dustin like, oh well, this Bowser looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, to us it's fucking Bowser. Of course it's cool.
Yeah.
But what was the purpose of doing it? And
Right.
in the exhibit, like he said the reasons for his pieces as you went along, and I thought that was awesome. So yeah, man. Overall, cool, great city. Love Toronto. Love Canada. I could see myself going back. I do want to go to Vancouver. I know Delson said it's beautiful, so I want to go there. I think if I was to go to Canada again, it would be on the west side to check out Vancouver. So.
Yeah, just up the amount of Asian to Indian ratio.
Oh yeah,
A lot of Asians there.
yeah. On the
Not
west
sure.
on the west side of Canada.
For sure.
Yeah, bro.
The
I
same
can
thing you
only
said
imagine.
about because they call them brown people. Like it's not like a derogatory term. Like
Yeah.
they just call themselves brown people. Like it's a lot of brown people there, but there's way more Asian people there.
Yeah, 1,000.
For
No,
sure. For sure.
it's
That's why I
crazy.
said I had like probably some of the best sushi I've ever had was in there.
That ain't lit. Yeah, you did say that in Vancouver, right? That's lit, man. That's lit. All right. Well, that's pretty much my week. I was only there for 2 days, and I came home.
You want to?
And it's the saddest shit. You guys know the saddest shit is coming home and then the next day having to fucking work.
Oof.
Like, oh my God. It's like a kick in the dick. I know I just said I appreciate my life and everything. I know
then
I
you gonna
just
turn
finished
around and
saying that.
complain about it?
But at the same time, dog, when you finish vacay and you come right back around and have to work, that shit sucks.
You ever seen
dick.
somebody that smells smelling salts?
No.
You ever
Yeah.
seen somebody's face when they smell
No,
it?
I have not.
That's what happens. Like
That's
just-
work.
If you're
Wake the
listening
fuck
right now,
up.
just look it up. Smelling salts.
Low
And,
spelling salt.
like, their face. That's Frank's face when.
When I had to clock in, I'm like,
Yes. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Any quick thoughts on the Drake album?
oh shit. Okay, let's get to it. Yeah, man. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start at the button shit or you want to start at the actual album? Because I listened to it.
The actual album.
Okay, so I listened to it twice, and I even listened to CLB to compare. I will say I like this album better than CLB, but not by much. If I had it ranked from 1 to 10, guys, CLB is a 6. This is a 7, so not very higher. My real gripes with it is like the polarization of how good the tracks are. So what I mean by that is like the R&B to me is really fucking good. Really, really good. The rapping part of the tracks. There's 2 to 3 maybe highlights with the Cole.
You gonna tell me like that outro?
8 a.m. Bridal. Yeah, I like Polar Opposites. That's R&B.
No. I'm talking about the outro of that track, the first person shooter track.
Yeah, I like it.
The outro?
Yeah,
With
when
its
it's
beat
Drake's
switch?
last verse. Yeah, I like that shit.
Ugh.
I like that. What?
That shit, I heard that shit. I'm like, change this.
What?
Let me see if it gets
I
better.
love that
It
shit.
didn't
With
get
Tay
better.
Keith, he got, I don't know, it gave me like that villain vibe. I like that. So I like that. I like first person shooter. 8 a.m. in Charlotte's fire. But honestly, those are probably my two only rap tracks I really like on this album. The other ones they feel, and this is where I go to the whole Joe Budden and Drake thing. Like they feel very youthful to me. They feel like very much songs for younger people, and it's maybe I'm just growing up. Like I can't necessarily get with that sound right now. Like the R&B shit is still very mature sounding. He's in his petty toxic bag. What I like to hear. It's quotables, but the rapping part is like it's not. There's not a Tuscan Leather on this album. There's not a Over My Dead Body. There's not a. If you go back to Scorpion shit, the first 10 tracks in Scorpion is bars, like straight rapping, and I don't need that from a Drake. There's never been a time, again, I don't get why people were up in a roar like we was about to get the second coming of Blueprint. Like that was never going to be a thing. Like that was never my expectation.
It's funny because Janer was saying the same. Janer was like, "Oh, I haven't listened to a rap album in years." The day before, I haven't listened to a rap album in mad long. I'm like, "You're not gonna listen. You're to not a rap gonna album hear it tomorrow.
No,
that's not where you're gonna." I'm like, "You're not tomorrow."
It's a Drake
either.
album,
and
dog.
he's like, "What?" Like he didn't get it at first. I was like,
I think the problem, and I've really thought this through coming to the show. Like I was like, I know for a fact I don't like this project more than Take Care or Views or Nothing Was the Same. And I could tell, and I took this from Joe Budden podcast, because usually when I listen to a Drake album, there's a song that takes me. There's a song that I'm like, this the one I'm about to play 6, 7 times in a row right now. And there wasn't one that did that for me. Like they're all good. It's not bad sounding music, but it's not the best. Yeah. And, when I watched the Joe Budden podcast finally, and I heard what he said in context, I don't know if you guys got to listen to it yet. I thought Joe was giving him a lot of love at first, fam. Like, I really do believe Joe was being super objective. And then I think what it was when he got to the part of saying, I don't want to see you next to these young dudes.
Yeah.
Telling him stop fucking 25-year-old girls. That to me is out of context. You are now out of taking a shot at me personally. Sure, you want to critique the album, even though it's a rush. It was the day after. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can see where Drake's coming from. But
that's what got him hurt, the young girl comment?
The album, the musical part of what Joe is saying, I kind of agree, man. I can't lie to you. Like, going from Scorpion, if you guys, I know y'all don't like Drake, but if you go listen to Scorpion, listen to that first, there's basically two albums in one. Yeah. It's A side and B side. If you go listen to that A side, he's rapping.
Remember, I started listening to the Drakes when they released Sin Scorpion.
Okay.
And this one, and that's why I know in the group chat you were like already dismissing my opinion, but the thing with this album is, first, the number one thing I hate about albums now is when they're too long. Mm-hmm. Like when Lil Baby dropped his last album, had like 48 tracks on that shit. Yeah. It's terrible. Like it's too. If it has a lot of tracks and it has like 2-3 minute tracks, okay. But if you have a 23 track album and you got like 9, 10, 11, 12 duds on there, then get rid of them.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll be honest. There was like maybe 4, 5 tracks I could have checked out this album.
Remember one thing: deals.
It's not just that; it's just streaming. It's just the more numbers you put up, the higher chance you get your numbers up.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if it's a good album. It's gonna withstand the test of time, and it's still Drake, so he doesn't have to do things for numbers. That's not. Yeah. He's not in that game. And also, the biggest problem I have with Drake in this album is that and this is my problem for Drake always. I can hear Luna laughing. Yeah. My problem with Drake always is that I feel like he's chasing sounds all the time. And although he's probably the best ever to play, he's right-handed, but he can play with his left hand because he can just do things that are outside his comfort zone, but do it well enough to be consumed. But he's never the person that comes up with that left hand move, if that makes sense. Like, he's always like doing a new sound and does it just as well as anybody, but he's not ever creating that new sound.
Right.
So like now he's trying to reinvent himself and it's making him look old.
Yes. I may.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah. I think I couldn't. And it's not even that for me because again, the R&B.
But at some point that outpaces you because time is time.
The R&B part of it is still very much great.
But that's been his thing forever.
And I think that's always been his best. Not saying he's not a great rapper, because he's an amazing rapper when he when he gets in his bag, I could give you a bunch. I give you a bunch of tracks, dog. That I put his pen up with anybody. But this album, I like CLB for me was like the start of this. Like the CLB sound,
They both
was
sound
like
the same to me.
super youthful, super like. I never went back to CLB. Like there's a few songs I go back to, and even on CLB, I think he has a little bit more rapper song. Like
what's that one
probably
with,
a few like
I
his.
liked a couple of songs. I don't remember.
What's
them,
the
but I
one
liked a couple
with
songs.
Future? The
Way Too Sexy.
one, no, other one.
Wait, well, the other one.
It's like slow at the beginning.
In Too Deep.
That's the one I like. That's
In
probably
Too
my
Deep.
favorite.
Yeah,
track
that's on
there.
CLB.
And it's the letter N.
Yeah, it's N
Yes.
Too Deep.
Okay.
Yeah, for me it's like again, CLB I wasn't a huge fan of, and then listening back is like I listened back today and I'm like, man, I like it, but it sounds like he's just trying to be relevant with the rapping tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like the R&B I feel like it's still completely authentic him. But yeah, I agree, man. Like a lot of the track with Yachty, it's not bad sounding, but it's just not for me. I did like the track with Chief Keef though. I don't know why. That one out of all of them, I'm like, okay.
There's
The
a new-
Yeet track
there's a
did
new
not-
track with Chief
Yeet
Keef and
track-
Drake and Chief Keef. Yeah.
Here,
It's
let me
on
tell
the
you.
album.
I'll tell you which ones I
Yeet's
really.
track is not good.
I'm really
Is the
not
Chief
for.
Keef one straight?
I personally like the Chief
listen
Keef.
to
It's straight. It's straight. Yeah, I just don't like in the beat switching thing. And I saw an actual review, and he took the words out of my mouth. The review said that not only was the album really long, but he beat switched in a bunch of tracks that made the album feel even longer. Because
That's a good
now
point.
he has like,
It's like 2
50
songs.
Yeah,
fucking
I agree,
beats
'cause,
on his album. Now you're like, what the fuck is going on?
I would say just the way he chose to transition, like Calling for You, like I really like that song. And I love 21's part. When the beat switches to 21, he
Fire.
fucking rips
Fire.
that shit.
Yeah.
But the part in between with the girls, like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
listen to this every time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear her fucking bitching about not being in first class every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
there's
like a
skit
word-
It's
between
like
the
an
songs.
interlude almost in between the song. It just kills the momentum of the song for me. So, right.
Yikes.
But if I had to choose the songs I would skip, yeah, the one we eat, No Bueno.
I know what happened.
What?
They added the skit to the song. That's what KD told him to do. Add the skit
There you
to
go.
the song right here, boy. Put it right here.
Right
in the
there.
middle.
In the middle, make a 3-minute skit in your 4-minute song.
So now not a song, 17 minutes.
That's what he did to Drake. You ain't even fun. See it. All right. These are songs I would definitely skip on, Dels. Another Late Night. Not a bad song. Not my forte. Rich Baby Daddy. Not my forte.
What the fuck?
Gently. I never want to hear Drake rap in
Nigga,
Spanish.
if you
It
a
almost.
no.
I'm not
Let's
gonna lie
pause
to
real
you.
quick.
Drake rapping in Spanish almost made me feel like he was racist.
Oh, he did reggaeton,
He has
Yeah.
Bad Bunny
He
on
has
the
a
album.
song with Bad Bunny.
and he's rapping in
He
Spanish.
starts the song
No,
rapping in
man.
Spanish, Brian. And I'm like, oh no.
So,
Drake.
but
He
but
doesn't
niggas was
sound
okay,
good in
but
Spanish.
niggas was okay doing him the Jamaican team.
But Jamaican is an accent. Speaking a different language entirely,
How did he sound speaking in Spanish?
he
Though?
sounded racist, bro. I'm gonna be
He was
completely
like,
Like
oh,
honest.
condescending
como
almost.
estás? Me
Oh
llamo
yeah,
Drizzy
yo soy
Draco.
Drizzy Drake. Donde estamos okay? Puedo ir ayer, mañana today. I'm like, oh
Y
no.
la biblioteca.
Yeah, like this,
That's what they always say. They always say biblioteca.
They always have to throw that one because that's a hard ass word for them. Biblioteca.
Go into
Nah,
the
but for real, I ain't gonna lie to
biblio-
you. That was probably the if there was a way to encapsulate what Delston's saying, I would say that would be the song. Because Drake should not be trying to chase that Spanish sound.
So now he going for the reggaeton?
I guess, dog. I don't know. I hope he don't come out with a whole on reggaeton album. I'll
Yo,
be
the
really
spin-off
upset.
album.
Yeah, Gently I could go without, brother. Like I told you, the Yeet song. So probably like 4 or 5 tracks I could go without. But I would say none of these songs as well, like the ones I do like, I can't sit here and be like, yo, Dels, this one right here is amazing. Dream, I will say, my favorite song, no doubt, is First Person Shooter and Drew Picasso. But that Drew Picasso is an R&B song. It's just a great I thought it was a great track. So yeah, man, not his best work for me personally. But again, I didn't come into this thinking I was about to get Reasonable Doubt. I went into it thinking I was about to get a Drake. The way I look at Drake now is like LeBron could go out there and do 17, 13, and 11. Right? You go 17, 13, and 11. 60% shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They lose the game by 2. They're going to shit on LeBron for not doing more.
Right.
Even though he does it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to find a flaw for why they didn't win or what they didn't do. It's just, and that's how I see Drake now. Drake is just doing everything he could do. He's going to win. Just people not fucking with it. Maybe he's not producing at the highest level that he used to be. But being a 15-year-old rapper at the top of your game, I don't think is an easy thing to do in the first place, dog. Mm-hmm. So for me to sit here and be like, yo, I'm about to get Take Care and nothing was the same every album is hard. It's a very far-fetched idea. I get people having a problem with him saying he's still the best and shit like that. But at the same time, it's hard to argue that when there's nobody else really doing anything he's doing. Like, I mean, we could sit here. You guys said it yourself. Utopia came and went. Gone. Yep. There's not another album this year that I could say that, like, stood the test of time of this year in general. So for me, it's like...
This is my thing. If using your analogy, to me, it's like right now what Drake's trying to do is like LeBron shooting threes. Like, he's instead of playing his game, LeBron's game, he's trying to recreate his game into something that's not for him. And he's trying to be what's modern, which is shooting threes now. Yeah. That's what I would say Drake is doing right now. And can he shoot the three? Yeah. Is it his best? Not really. Mm-hmm. And then we have the J. Cole's of the world. If we look at J. Cole's last album, we would be like, that shit was fire. Mm-hmm. And it's replayable. Mm-hmm. And it has content that's relatable. And like that's what people are looking for from Drake. Instead of staying relevant, stay in your lane and what you normally do and just do it to the best of your ability instead of just putting stuff out.
Yeah,
evolution,
I agree.
Bro. Evolution. There's no I'm thinking people are feeling like there's no evolution when it comes to Drake's rapping.
Because CLB and For All the Dogs are in the same lane for me. Mind you, I like the Drake and 21. I like that better than this. Mm-hmm. But that's because it sounded different. This sounded like the project that he's like, these are my projects. They both sound the same to me. Like you could play them all the way through. You could play them on shuffle. I wouldn't be able to tell you which album they're from. That's just because they sound that similar. But I just feel like he just needs to do something with, and I think taking a hiatus right now is the perfect time. Take a hiatus. Stop doing music for a while. You're overdoing it. You put in the last year and a half, 2 years, he's put like 100 tracks out. No lie.
The last 2 years, he's put out 3 albums.
Like 100 tracks, dog.
And that's too much. The features that he has with other people and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's not the features. I'm talking about like 100 real tracks from somebody that considers himself, and a lot of people consider the biggest artist in the world. You're oversaturating the market. Make yourself more lucky to be accessed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever gotten a real... Well, I mean, between Scorpion and CLB was 3 years, but...
Man. I didn't even notice he came out with that many songs.
Bro, he dropped 16,000 albums in the last few. CLB, then the Honestly Nevermind, and then this, and then the 21 one, and then now he dropped this with like 1 million tracks, and then add the features, and bro,
I think
what's the name of this album?
For All the Dogs.
I will say this: his album cover being his kid drew that. It's kind of hard.
No, it is hard.
I
love that.
Let's be honest. That's not going on the fridge, nigga.
That's not going on the fridge.
No.
What I was gonna say, for me, I'm at the point in my life where Drake, like, I don't expect, like, if I want to go listen to rapper Drake, I'm gonna just go to old albums. It's like the same concept with Kanye.
No.
It's like if I want to hear old great Kanye, I'm just gonna go to his old catalog, and if I like what I like in these new albums, I'm just gonna take those, like those certain songs, and be okay with it. I'm not here anymore expecting Drake to come out and bring me the next fucking It Was Written by Nas. Like, I'm not looking for that.
Damn.
I'm just saying, like I said, you can go back to old albums. Go to Scorpion. Those first 12 tracks, absolutely rap, some of the best rapping he's ever done. You go to any other timestamp track he has, like, that's some of the best rapping I've heard in 15 years. And maybe these 2 albums weren't that. You know, it was. I agree. Like I said, I gave each 6, 7, bro. Like, I still like them. Am I gonna play them from a week from now? I have no clue. And that's me saying about a Drake album. CLB I did not play for long, maybe a month, and then I was done. This one, I don't know. Might be 2 weeks. But there's some songs out there I can see myself playing. Utopia. I don't play Utopia through no more. I play certain songs of Utopia. Keep it pushing. The Gunna album. Loved it. Love the Gunna album. Think it's great. Certain songs I don't play. And it's just, it's like that for me in every, it's hard for me to sit down now through an entire album and be like, man, this project's amazing. It's been a while. A very long time for me. Like maybe, what was the last Travis Scott album? That album.
Damn.
Not Utopia. What was the last one?
The Astro World.
I think Astro World is probably the last album I sat through and was like from front to back. Absolutely loved it.
But you got to consider one thing, Frank. The biggest problem is that not only do people consider Drake the best, he calls himself that.
No, that's what I said earlier. I
I know, but I'm saying like you open yourself to criticism, and when you get sensitive about criticism, like against Joe Budden, because that became a lot. It really, you really showed a lot of insecurity when you did that, because you probably didn't like the album as much as you thought you did, and then hearing one of your peers that you definitely know that he can do that job well. Was he as popular as you? Definitely not. Is he doing well now? Yes, for sure. But then people make the joke, like I saw the joke online. It's like, does that mean that he can talk shit to you because you failed as an actor and became a rapper after the fact? It's like you can't. You have to call a spade a spade.
I think the point of what he was trying to say is like someone giving their opinion on music who didn't succeed at the point he has. Like when you're at the top of your game, if you've hit the crescendo of that, it's hard to tell somebody. It's hard to tell someone, hey, you're doing this wrong when he's touched success like he's like no one's ever has in that lane.
Yeah,
so
but we both agree that the criticism wasn't that bad.
You are right. Drake is sensitive. There's no doubt about it. Like I even said it. Listening to Budden in context, like if I'm Drake listening to that, the only part I am taking personally is the personal shots, is the 25-year-old girl shit.
Yeah.
Outside of that, your critique of my music's fine.
Think about it.
Joe Budden says at least 6 times in that episode, I like the album. He literally says, I like the album, but it's not my favorite. And I 1,000,000% agree. I like the album. Good 7. Not my favorite. Maybe I won't listen to it in a week or so, but I can't sit here and be like, oh shit, like, yeah, Drake's was completely right for what I said. After I listened to the album and after I heard the context of what Joe Budden said, I think they're both right. I think one way, because, I thought that was a great point. What Janer said, the whole Kendrick Lamar thing on Drake's first album. I never would have heard of Kendrick if Drake didn't give him that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he just did that for people like Yeet. Like, yeah, us 3, we not for Yeet. We're 30-year-old plus men.
I mean, I've heard
but
of
Drake,
Yeet before.
We just finished saying, like, Drake's trying to play the numbers game at this point in his career, like the stat padding LeBron shit. Right. LeBron feels like he could still go out there and throw up a triple-double, and that's how Drake feel. Yeah. There's nobody that's going to stop him. And even if it's not the best, he's still going to go out and do it. So for me, when he got sensitive about what Budden said, I agree. The whole 757 shit was corny as fuck.
Yeah.
Wild corny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand when you keep taking shots at someone for so long, eventually they're going to get mad. And then Budden, at the same time, he's right too. Come on, dog. Give us more cold Drake. Give me a motherfucking new, I don't know, Jeezy Drake. I know maybe Jeezy ain't there like that, but somebody, another Wayne and a serious Wayne and Drake track, or one of those old like Young Lion and tracks where they used to go back and forth freestyle. Get with the. You know
what Drake needs?
I don't want to hear Yeet.
I know he needs.
I know I don't. Maybe a 16, 17-year-old dude, girl want to hear Yeet. I don't want to hear Yeet. No offense to the guy, but personally, I don't want to hear Drake and Yeet. That's like Hove getting on the track with motherfucking. Who's fucking
Jay-Z didn't
fucking
get on
Sexy
the track
Red.
with just anybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like Hove and I don't see Sexy Red ever getting on the track with Hove.
Oh, you crazy.
So that's how I feel. Like she shouldn't be on the track with Drake. But then I understand like Drake just trying to put one, like Dustin say, stay relevant. 2, also put the spotlight on newer people. So
I highly doubt that she needs spotlight.
No. But it's
all, bro.
I think they're sharing spotlight a little bit there. I don't think that Sexy Red needs Drake to give her spotlight. She's big as fuck.
I'm not saying
for now. He's just using that as an example.
Drake opens doors for you that you're not going to open.
But
yourself.
this is, you know what
Migos,
this,
like he did for Migos too. He did
you know
the same
this
shit
album.
for Migos.
That's a great. Versace was mid. He got on that shit. They blew up.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is like I just looked it up because I had to remember this phase in Drake's career reminds me of when Jay-Z dropped the Magna Carta album.
I'm with you there
Because it's like it just doesn't sound like
it
he
doesn't
should be
feel
making
like
that.
they should be doing that. I agree.
But in Drake's defense, what he needs is a 444 because that was Jay-Z's very next album. If he drops
some people
his
didn't like
version,
444 though. We
Yeah,
did, but some
we
people didn't. Like as a Jay-Z project, some people didn't like the content Jay-Z was putting. I did because I thought it was where Jay-Z's at in his life
but
at that
that's
moment.
it doesn't necessarily
But I
mean
get
that.
it.
But what I'm saying is like he needs to have his next step in life type of music.
Yeah,
where
I agree.
it's not old shit. Like he's just saying the
Like
same
drop that
shit.
ass and
Ooh, I
shake
got a
that
car.
ass on me, bit like the fucking Sexy Red song.
Bro, at some point,
Shake that ass on Drake. Now shake that ass on me. And I get it, it's for the strip club, but damn, man.
That shit says shake that ass on Drake and then shake
Sexy
that
Red
ass
is singing like telling the stripper to shake her ass on Drake and then shake that ass on me. It's
that's
just
crazy.
a chorus. But either way, yes, I am with you. I think, and I think the problem was the way Joe Budden conveyed it. He did it in Joe fashion. He knew what he was doing.
He was yelling.
Let's stop here like we don't know. Joe was trying to get
He had
the
that
attention.
vein popping on his head.
Right. And he was just basically saying, I want to fucking see 36-year-old Drake next to Yachty or fucking
That's true.
K Sanat and all these younger dudes. He's like, that's not what I want to. And I agree. It's not that I don't want to see it. That shouldn't be on your album. If you're going to do a song with Yeet, Lucy.
He
fuck
had the
it.
gunshot
Lucy
button
for the
going
kids.
crazy,
Go
huh?
ahead, give it to them. Like the one, remember when he did Trophies with Soulja Boy?
Yeah.
That was a fire flame song. Ask me if that was on any album. No. But that was a great song. It was with Soulja. You know what I'm saying?
Drake.
Yeah, it was what I'm saying. So for me, it's like
I took my whole flow.
I think both people are right. I do agree. Drake was super sensitive and corny for that 757 shit. It's a flex, no doubt. It's a stat, no doubt. But at the same time, it has nothing to do with what Joe Budden was saying. And I think two people could be right. I think Joe's right in his own right. I think Drake's right in his own right. And at the end of the day, I do fall more so in a side with Joe in a sense of like I kind of wished a little bit more maturity on this album. And I didn't get it, and that's okay. I can go back to another album and fucking listen then. But
Yeah.
and it was funny because they were talking about how like Drake and J. Cole's like their routes have kind of switched. So like Cole started more commercial and like nobody really was liking Cole like that at first.
Yeah.
Then he matured to his own lane where now he's just fucking rapping everybody's head off.
Yeah.
And then Drake is like he started that way, and now he's almost like winding down to being just like this consistent sound that just comes out, works, and then goes away. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's becoming that stable. And what Joe Budden said, like, he's like, I miss when it used to be, if Drake gave you a hook, that was the hook of the summer. People will come to look for him. And he was like, when's the last time you remember a hook from Drake that stuck? And I'm like,
Nah, this
fuck,
summer
dog,
was Booty Hole Brown. Pink
I can't
pussy.
remember.
Yeah, music's been asked though.
Yeah, I can't remember a time. Not a time, but since maybe God's Plan, to be honest. Since
That's
God's
probably
Plan,
it,
which was
yeah.
Scorpion, that a song took off like that. I guess Way Too Sexy, but I don't even think Way Too Sexy took off like God's Plan. You feel me?
No.
So
They tried to force that one, but
they did try to
it
force
didn't
that
hit.
one, and I was not feeling it.
That fire went way out.
Yeah, quick. So yeah, man, that's kind of where I stand with the Drake album.
So you agree? Mid.
I agree. It's mid. I agree. It's mid.
Point proven.
You trying to say it was trash?
No, I did.
I didn't think
I
it
said
was
it was
trash.
okay.
I thought it
I
was
said
mid.
it. I said it wasn't good. Which
I didn't
means
listen
that-
to
But
it,
I
so
would
I
say,
can't say it's trash.
I would say like
It's not good.
I would say yeah. I would also even say the 21 Project's probably better to me.
Yeah, same.
Personally, I like the 21 Project probably.
I
Out of
even
the
like
three
the
last
EDM.
projects. Even the
EDM
EDM
one,
even
I would like better
I
than
would go
this one.
21.
I'll be putting that shit on when I'm doing shit around
I'll
the
be
house.
honest. I will go to 21
weird, I don't
Project.
know.
I'll go to 21
Deadass.
Project.
Parteo.
Parteo, yeah. I will go 21 Project. I will go EDM. I'm talking about the last 4 albums he dropped.
Chacho.
The 21 EDM,
BBC.
All the Dogs, CLB. Maybe CLB, All the Dogs. I'll let you know like a week and a half. I'll tell you. But I fight back and forth between
You
those.
can tie the two, bro. They're the same album.
Essentially.
Sorry.
Yeah. They're not the best. So that's where I stand, man. I'm not here gonna cape for Drake. He drops a mid. It is what. But I feel like everybody dropped mid this year,
Yeah,
dog.
for sure.
I feel like everybody drops a mid.
Music isn't great right now.
You seen that? I read an article today, guys, that the fiscal year so far up to this point, rap industry sales down 40%
Year over year?
from last year to this
Year over year. Oh my God, that's really bad.
Wild.
40% is a lot, almost half.
That's very
that's
dangerously
incredibly bad.
high. That's bad.
That's really bad. Really, really bad.
Yeah, like if where I work, I was 40% down year over year, then I'd be in trouble.
Sexy Red got to put rap on her back, nigga.
She dead ass got to put rap
Like,
on
pussy-
her back.
pussy
like-
She is.
Booty hole brown.
She is
She
so
took off, I told y'all
repulsive
she
to me.
took off her heels in the middle of
Yeah,
her.
nigga, that's disgusting.
And she
nasty to
walked
me.
off the stage
That's
with no heels
disgusting,
to the
bro.
back.
That's
Like, yo,
disgusting.
that's
You don't do that.
crazy. That is
Barefooted on stage, dog.
yeah.
Niggas worked on that stage all day for a week, probably.
That's
Boots
wild.
spitting on it, fucking
Ugh.
took a piss on it.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Nasty.
She just stepping, flipping, flop, flip.
Dallas, where we at?
We about
2 hours in,
we're
nigga.
almost 2 hours in. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you guys could choose. I do have quick hits.
Nah, I think.
It's up to you, brother. I'm not forcing you.
Nah, I think we're gonna skip the quick hits today.
We're gonna script the quick
Yeah, I
hits.
think
Okay,
I think we gave him enough.
I think we
give him enough.
Yeah.
Okay, just
God
make sure.
damn.
I'll just let me quick skim. Make sure it's not one I actually want to.
All
You
right,
have
I
to-
got
you
you.
have
Like a
to.
half.
If it's something good, then we
Yeah,
can-
like a have to one. Give me a second.
If it's something good, I mean, if I
Okay.
hear you say, "Oh, bro, you're gonna like this one," then you could do it. It's gonna be something horny, I bet.
You know what? I'm actually keep these for next week because
Okay.
these can be actually topics. Oh no, this one's funny because we all went through it this past week. We all obviously got the mass alert, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear what happened?
Yeah.
I actually have a story about that.
Well,
Damn,
If
and
you
it-
want, go with the story first.
No,
and I'll
no,
tell you.
go ahead.
Well, I'm just letting you. So since that shit happened,
Yeah.
there was a complex article that came out that a ex-Amish TikToker said several Amish men were shunned by their church after the alert came off and they found out they had
their
cell
phone
phones.
went off.
Oh, the one that I was that I read was that a bunch of prisoners got in trouble because they all had phones.
Yeah, I read that
Damn.
one too. But yeah, a bunch of Amish people got kicked out of their religious.
Nah, I mean, my story isn't that crazy of a story. It's one of my
Isn't that fucked
one
up?
of my employees. Yeah, one of my employees. While that shit went off, she was on the phone with a member, and she straight up said, "What the fuck?" Like mad loud. Like, what the fuck? Dog, straight up, what the fuck?
How did that go?
Man. Let's just say I was off the next day, so I don't fucking know. I had to send in a letter to get her. I had to send in a letter to HR. Let's just say a little email to
Whoops.
see if I could get something approved.
It's called. It ends with erm, and it starts with.
That's fucked. Damn, you get the boo for that for real?
Yeah.
Dog, you can't be saying no fucking.
No, I
phone.
know, but like by mistake, they won't even like. Oh, yeah,
Nigga, by mistake, when you knew that the alarm was gonna go off, bro, you could
I
have
don't
said,
know. Like
you
someone
could have
can get
said, "What
scared
the
and be like,
heck?"
oh fuck. Like
You could have been like, "Oh shoot!" You could have said literally any other fucking word than "fuck," bro. What the heck?
I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, but I would have at least, what if she
But
got
she
scared?
she had things that she did prior that.
Oh,
were
you
HR
guys.
related.
So what that is, though, so because you a boss. Yeah, that's y'all way of finding little shit and getting people out that you want to get out.
No, that's her signing
You
on.
find the little needle in the haystack.
No,
They're
see,
like, oh yeah, this is the shit I'm gonna
This
get
is
the
this.
fuck outta
Okay,
here.
I'll tell you how it's done.
forgive
I'll
her,
tell you how
baby.
it's done. If she has a track record, this is a continuance of her trend of insubordination, not following the rules. That's why we term her.
Yeah.
Not for the isolated incident. She's had a consecutive. No, if she's had a consistent pattern of behavior of this.
Yeah, she's I already
This might
wrote
be
her
the
up
final
for
nail.
Cursing in. I just had her. I wrote her up just for cursing in the fucking office. Just for cursing in the office, I had to write her up.
For real?
Yeah, bro. And then now she's doing this. So it's showing that she has the fucking She probably has the potential if someone says something to her wrong on the phone to be like, "Fuck you, bitch." You know, it's something that could fuck up the brand.
Yeah.
Yep. It is what it is.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's funny.
You
The
gonna
way
learn?
you're thinking, I'm just gonna let you know, like, Shanti should have been fired.
Huh?
The way you're thinking, Shanti should have been fired from our job.
I 100%. I would not. I would not accept it.
No,
I wouldn't.
I
From
know,
her,
but
I
I'm
wouldn't.
saying, like, what you're saying, it's like,
Yeah.
if we had a boss like you, Shanti would have been fucking out of here.
Yo, 100%. Hell no, not on my team,
She used
nigga.
to
Fuck that.
wild
You
out
making me
back in
look
the
bad,
day. The
nigga.
craziest part, this nigga used to be the reason. Wait.
Well,
hold on.
then.
Wait. We're gonna have to cut that part out.
It's all the way at the end, bro. It's gonna be fine.
Thank you for listening. If you got this far, appreciate you. 30 fucking 4. I feel like I'm about to die.
You are. Sexually.
And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening whenever you're listening to this.
Some people could be reading. You know, they can't hear it. They put it on the captions on YouTube.
Oh, we have the captions on for the mute niggas, for the deaf niggas.
Yeah, we're all inclusive, right?
Do we got the Braille version?
We do.
I hope you guys have a wonderful night and stay classy. San Diego. I'm not saying
Said
Toronto.
San Diego.
Bye.
2 weeks ago.